She started using Instagram when she was 9 and YouTube when she was 6.
9?
Yeah.
That's not your parents, dog.
Right? Isn't that a lot of it?
That's
Like,
not on Meta.
That's some shit to do with
Can we
parenting.
all get a check?
Yeah, she won.
How does that work? How does she prove that hers is more than mine?
They have a bunch of lawsuits now
Right?
coming.
It'll open
Oh,
up
they
the
have a bunch?
floodgates
All
now.
right.
Yeah.
He's attended less question period than Harper and Trudeau.
Why do you think that is?
He's busy saving Canada, right? Of making everything
From
affordable,
a baseball city.
right?
We were
Watch
having
out,
this
Maple Leafs.
conversation. Yeah. Another podcast about Iran.
Again?
I guess so, man. I feel like this is the only political discourse going on right now. Everyone's just talking about Iran.
That's all anyone's talking about. The Strait of Trump, right?
I heard that. You saying some shit about that, no?
Yeah, he was like calling it the Strait of Trump.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh no, I made a mistake. Sorry.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I don't make mistakes.
No,
I
he
don't know.
does not. He doesn't make mistakes at all. Most of the world is just concerned about this global economic oil crisis, right? That's causing inflation to go through the
That's
roof
all
and
it
all that
is.
shit, right?
Can't afford nothing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I at the same time, you have all these people, right, who are. I don't know if you guys seen the No Kings protest, everything that's happening with that. You see that
Again,
shit?
yeah.
I don't even know when this shit starts or who starts doing it, but
There's
like,
so much, like, people are saying there's paid protesters too that go out.
bro, some of these people,
Crazy.
like, yo, have you seen the Donald Trump in a diaper?
The Trump
He's walking around like he's like, like he's retarded or some shit.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell he's doing?
That's what makes me believe that they're paid. Like, who the hell would?
But who pays them?
It's obviously an organized
Yeah.
protest,
Yeah.
but like that many people to get them together, and then like even some of them have like full out floats. I saw one guy floating. There's like fire shooting at Donald Trump's ass
Crazy.
as a baby or some shit. Like it's pretty wild the shit that they did. And then you see a bunch of conservative influencers who go there and ask these people about actual policies, and they don't know anything about politics.
That's what makes me think they are paid.
Or
Agitators.
a lot of people get passionate about something and they don't really sometimes
Just
understand
like
the
herd
nuances of it.
mentality,
And there's,
right?
yeah, because Trump's so easy to hate, man.
Yeah.
Who doesn't at this point? Majority of Canada hates him.
Simmer, you were showing me that the clip, right? The reporter was asking him,
Oh,
or
the
he was
cringy
telling her,
one.
right? This guy's just like, you can ask me anything. What did he say?
Yeah.
He's like, you can ask me anything. Nothing's off the table. You can ask me about whatever you want.
Oh, I saw that shit.
It's so
he's
awkward.
like, yeah, he's like, you could ask me about sex. He's like, you can ask
Nobody
me about
brought up
whatever.
anything.
Yeah, like who?
Why was that the
it's like,
first thing he said?
started saying it on his
Nothing
own.
to do
as
with
if he doesn't know that the Epstein files are
I'm
going
like,
on,
yeah,
bro.
you heard about these
Yeah,
files?
yeah, you
Oh my
heard
God,
about this
so
shit?
creepy.
It's kind of crazy. And then like I feel like anyone who's semi-attached to him gets somewhat of a bad rap. Like
Yeah.
that jelly roll shit. What's going on with him and FIFA? People are hating him for the FIFA track or some shit.
It's just like, I don't know. Did you hear the track? It's kind of just like a rock style track, I guess, or
Yeah,
country.
like the World Cup songs that we've had in the past, like they've been pretty good. Like Waka Waka.
Yeah, Waka
whatever.
Waka,
This
hey.
one sounds like a pro-American.
Right?
I don't know. Rock
Okay,
and
look,
roll.
I'll play devil's advocate here. Like everyone had a problem with the Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl, right? That's an American game,
yeah.
right? So if you apply the same logic to this, you shouldn't have a problem with a country singing their, being part of a song
Yeah.
in a European game or like, a global game, soccer, right?
It just like they made so many like really, really good songs. Like even Waving Flag, that was a World
Yeah.
Cup song, I think, right?
Yeah. No, I get that side of it. I feel like Jelly Roll gets a lot of the hate because of Donald Trump,
Yeah.
right? Because he didn't criticize him, I guess, when what was it, the Oscars or the Grammys?
No,
one
he
of them?
just
Yeah,
said
yeah.
he didn't want to be political. He's like, I
Yeah,
don't
he
care
said he
about-
didn't want to be political, right? And he's also like, I feel like a lot of people hate on anyone who's like kind of that Post Malone rap to hip hop to country kind of transition stuff.
doesn't really stick in a lane, right?
To a lot of people, they don't like that. But
Yeah.
personally speaking, I don't think Jelly Roll's for everybody, right?
yeah.
But some of his tracks are fire.
Some of
People
them
are
are
like
good,
people are shitting on him like he sucks or whatever.
No, he's not a bad
Like
singer.
like
or
that.
anything.
What's that song? Somebody save
Yeah,
me.
that was his hit, right? Yeah.
Me from myself, or the other one, the one where he's I am not okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the bro.
I knew the other one. That's the only one I really.
Nah, man. Like those couple of tracks, they hit, man.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard him sing them, even live, I don't know. I think not all of his music is for everybody.
Yeah.
And I get like your guys' argument, but to me, like I think Jelly's a pretty cool guy, man. Even you know what she told me last week? She's like, have you heard of Morgan Wallen?
Heard of Morgan Wallen? He's like the biggest country artist ever.
What was the track that you were talking
I
about?
think it was called Last Night.
Oh,
Last Night.
Yeah.
That's off his
big
new album.
song.
Yeah, that's like a banger, right? Last night we let the liquor.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I feel like anyone who's like semi-attached to Trump, you're gonna get some of that backlash. To me, I feel like it's kind of unwarranted. And if you're gonna go on one side and be like, "Oh no, Bad Bunny, he gets to do the Super Bowl," like I was saying, then it shouldn't be a problem if somebody else is doing FIFA. What's the problem with it?
But I don't know.
But because you know what, if you listen to that song, it's called Lighter. And he went through this weight loss journey and stuff.
Oh, he got lighter?
I don't know if that's it or that's what the shit that people were talking and they were just like,
He's
"Oh, look at
also
him."
very religious. I don't know if that has. I mean, like he accepted an award for something, and I felt like he was preaching.
Oh
He's-
my
he's
God,
very,
yeah.
Yeah, he is very religious. It's
yelling.
off-putting it to some people, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm all for being religious.
Yeah,
That's cool, but
yeah.
it was very like preachy, like
Yeah.
pray, like.
So his whole story is like coming from like obviously incarceration, all that
Yeah.
shit by going to jail and shit. But
sure.
it's also coming from like
I
being
do
an
like
addict.
his story. I like his story.
Yeah, his story is a cool story. And like if somebody's actually gonna go and lose weight, right? Not through Ozempic or
lighter.
anything.
But didn't he use Ozempic? I'm
No.
pretty sure
Did he?
He didn't?
I have no idea.
Pretty
I
sure
thought
he
he
That's a
did.
pretty big transformation if he didn't. I'm sure he
didn't.
did.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. His whole
He
Google
said
it.
that like his kid wanted to something about his kid, right? And he was running in the rain, or he wanted to play with his kid. or-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
There's
he
some- I
realized he
forget
wouldn't
the
be able
story.
to, so then he just went for a 20-minute
Not
walk.
if
He's
it's
like, "Let me start
Ozempic,
it
then I
today."
don't care for his story.
No, I don't think it's Ozempic. From what I know, he started walking and then he started running.
Yeah,
Sounds
he
like
publicly said that he did not use Ozempic.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
he's saying.
yeah.
yeah.
But like, I think he probably did.
No, I
Because
mean,
his
everyone in
transformation was
Hollywood-
over like 2-3 years.
yeah,
Like, it
no,
wasn't-
he's been doing it for a long
Yeah.
time. That's what I'm saying. Like I've seen him come on Rogan like 3 or 4 times. Throughout that time,
That's
he's
where I heard the
progressively
story,
been
on
losing
Rogan.
weight.
Yeah.
And even his story, like there's people shitting on him for no reason, probably because like you don't like the religious part of it
Yeah.
or whatever. You don't have to be a fan of his music, but like if we're gonna glorify like, you know, being fat or whatever, fat shaming, shit like that, like somebody, if he loses weight, like you're not gonna like, you know, appreciate that and be like, "Yo, give him his props for his due."
I think it just like it missed the mark in terms of like
No,
it
in
wasn't
terms
as-
of the song, yeah, you
Yeah.
could hit on the song.
like waving flag and the waka waka one.
Yeah, walk
I
walk.
feel like they're more
hey,
cultural.
No,
Like
no, but it, well,
Well, again, Super Bowl, man. Why was Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl then? I'm just saying.
no, it makes sense.
Yeah. But you guys see the NWO.
Yeah, I saw that.
NDP,
Oh
the
my
convention, bro. They
God.
elected
The
a new
clips
leader.
from that
I
shit?
don't know, I don't know what this shit was. If it was all at the same convention or what this was, but the amount of clips coming out about like short little snippets about identity politics and bro,
All I
these
saw was them discussing what gender people were.
these people were like they'd have some of them had yellow card, orange
Yeah,
card,
yeah.
red card, right?
Like,
and they
are
were
we
like
at a
standing
FIFA
in
game?
line, right? Yeah. And then she was like, you're next, or some shit like that, right? And then
Yeah.
she was like, oh, I didn't mean to misgender you or something.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if every time you had to like make a statement, you were like, I am a man. I am from this religion. I came from this country and did that. Identify as this
Yeah.
and that. And now my political view
Yeah.
is blah, blah, blah.
Just present your policy or whatever.
I
Say
think
your
you-
name if you want, but nobody really cares about that either.
Yeah.
Even your
nobody-
name is not relevant.
Exactly.
Just your policies matter.
There's probably people that watch our podcast that don't know my fucking name.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody cares about your name.
It's what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's why you never hear these guys' policies, like, even though I probably wouldn't agree with most of them. But yeah, there's this one clip that I saw that went viral. I think I just sent it to you.
I'm going to close this campaign the way I started. We're done being on the menu.
Okay.
And we're done with the ruling class eating us alive. It's time we take our seats at the table and eat the damn rich.
Oh my god. That's so aggressive.
Eat the rich.
Eat the damn rich, bro. He's just like, we're gonna flip the script. We're gonna, he's like, we're gonna eat them, bro. We're flipping the script.
See that? I didn't. Oh my god.
I couldn't even understand it.
Yo, he was so energetic and so angry and so
he
passionate.
didn't win the leadership bid, by the way. That
No, he didn't.
someone else won.
Yeah, but he was acting like it. He was acting like,
He kind of looked like that talk shows for a second.
ooh.
That late night
Jared. No, what's his name? I forgot his name, but I totally know who you're talking about.
Because I saw it quickly. I was like, whoa.
David Letterman,
Yeah,
right?
Letterman.
Oh, really?
Oh, Letterman grew out his beard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I'm thinking of the old.
But
Letterman.
yeah, there was a lot of people at this convention. They elected their new leader or whatever, right? I don't know if you guys saw Wab Canoe. the Manitoba premier. What he
Talking
said?
about Trump?
Yeah, how he was like, this war is all about the Epstein class. Let them go fight this war.
Yeah.
And shit. And then like when they asked him to follow it, like explain himself because people were saying that's anti-Semitic. Some of the things that he said or whatever. He kind of doubled down. He's like, I'll make it clear. Like I'm talking that this war is one started by Trump. He was taking shots at Trump.
Yeah.
But then he just includes Bezos and Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and just throws them all into it. And I was like, okay, I get it, right? Like a lot of people, most people are like, hey, you didn't discuss anyone, NATO, anybody when you went into this thing. So why should people jump in now? Like, aren't you the American Navy? Like, we get that whole argument, right? And most people aren't supportive of the war anyways, right? Yeah. But to throw random billionaires into it, I was just like, to me, I'm like, is this guy getting his talking points from TikTok? Like, is that what
it just
they
seems
do?
like he
like everyone just has this algorithm, and you're just like, yo, that's where all your talking points are coming from. And even though they hate him, Trump, right? I feel like most of them are kind of acting like him. Yeah. Like, what happened to the politicians of like, a drama teacher who just did some goofy shit, right?
Yeah.
And Sleepy Joe. Like, what happened to those days, right? Like now you have, I think he's a
former rapper too, same guy.
Yeah, he's a former rapper. I think you see Doug Ford all the time spilling, liquor, doing whatever, eating donuts or whatever. This guy was eating chicken wings. I think
it's driven by views, man. They have to get their message out there, so they think that's the only way to do it. Yeah,
now there's so many politicians, governors, senators. Like, I swear these people just want to be influencers. That's what it starts seeming like to me.
Yeah.
Right? The way that you get your point across is a little bit of this rage baiting bullshit. And that's what they start doing.
It works.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, we're talking about Instagram and rage baiting and stuff.
Yeah.
You guys see YouTube's getting sued?
Oh, the lawsuit?
Yeah.
Meta, yeah.
So there's like a jury in California found YouTube and Meta negligent for social media addiction.
Yeah.
This lady named Kaylee was awarded $6 million, $3 million in damages.
6? I thought it was 3.
No, it's $3 million damages, $3 million punitive.
Oh, damn.
Right? Meta was to pay 70%. Google's paying 30%. And she's basically arguing that Meta and YouTube was built to be addictive. That's the main case, right?
Yeah.
And she said she started using Instagram when she was 9 and YouTube when she was 6.
9?
Yeah.
That's not your parents, dog.
Right? Isn't that a lot of it?
That's
Like,
not on Meta.
that's some shit to do with
Can we
parenting.
all get a check?
Yeah,
Like,
she won.
how does that work? How does she prove that hers is more than mine?
They have a bunch of lawsuits now
Right?
coming.
It'll open
Oh,
up
they
the
have a bunch?
floodgates
All
now.
right.
Yeah.
I'll get mine in there too.
People know you can win. Like, why not try?
Too bad Instagram came out when we were
Do you know
in our
anything
20s.
about the trial? Like, if what did they prove? Like, how could she just was on her phone all day? Like, how does that work?
No, I think their whole case is just that social media in of itself is addictive. Obviously, Instagram, Meta, they're gonna
Like
appeal
the
this
videos
shit,
and
right?
stuff.
But if you think about it, YouTube isn't social media.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of their case too. That's why they're only paying 30% if they, if they wouldn't appeal it, but they're gonna appeal this, right?
Yeah.
YouTube's not social media. YouTube's an online streaming platform, right? And yes, there's YouTube Shorts, but the way that it's programmed is like not everyone has a YouTube profile to showcase what their life is and who you are. It's
Exactly.
like a show or like a
That's more like
program or
IG
something.
and TikTok,
Yeah,
social
It's
media.
different from that shit, right? But to throw everything into one, it's kind of crazy to me, right?
But it's like a precedent that they set now. Because the jury almost unanimously found them negligent. Like usually they're protected by this. There's this law, Section 230.
Yeah, Section 230.
Communications and Decency Act, right?
Yeah.
So they usually use it to protect themselves, to be like they're not publishing the content. They're just like a whole site for it. But this time, that was the only difference. They chief or her lawyer, they framed it that the product was the problem, right? That's why they actually won. Usually they don't win their cases because there's been same accusations before.
Yeah, but
they
okay, so how
falsely-
much of this thing has to do with parenting versus how much does it have to do with like the corporation itself, right? Like
Yeah.
it's easy to blame the corporation, right? And I don't have a kid who's gotten bullied or anything, right? So I
Yeah.
can't speak to any of that.
For sure.
But I have a 4-year-old, right? And if I let her, she would be on, even her, she would be on YouTube.
100%.
If I gave her my phone, I was like, go nuts, right? You have to be like, no.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and the same thing would happen with if she's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As a parent, it's kind of your job.
Like if I give my kid McDonald's for every meal and the kid gets fat,
yeah, and then you
can
sue
I sue
McDonald's.
McDonald's?
I mean, I'm sure I could sue a lot of people like that too,
Yeah.
right? Like anyone
Yeah.
can, like you were saying.
I
Right?
mean, they
Where's
are
everyone
set
else's
up.
check?
These things are set up to be addictive.
For
There's
sure.
no doubt about
Like
it.
the short videos and stuff for sure.
The short videos, the like infinite scrolling. Now they
Right.
all have that.
Yeah.
Before it used to be like you just get to like the end of your page, but they all have a For You style page
Yeah.
set up where you can just sit there all day long.
Well, yeah, you can, and I don't think people realize how increasingly addictive social media has become.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about it in the past, like 10 years ago. It wasn't this bad.
No.
It was nothing near.
It's
this.
actually addictive.
yeah, it's
like,
it's
crazy.
getting more and more
Like,
right to the point.
I feel like the time as it goes on, like there's gonna be studies on it, just like there was alcohol studies and marijuana and smoking and stuff. The more time that goes on, the guaranteed to have like not good effects. Some,
For sure.
especially on young children.
For sure. But then how much of it do you put on the parents? How much do you put on the corporations?
That's what's gonna be up for debate.
Right?
For like, what it's gonna force even countries
Yeah.
to make more regulations. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen Australia had the regulations already.
The 16 and
right?
over,
And-
right?
Yeah. And then you've had, I think it was, I can't find it. I had it somewhere here. I think it was, there. France, Spain, Denmark have legislation already passed. It's just
Yeah.
going to be implemented sometime this year.
Yeah.
I think Malaysia also does.
Yeah.
And some of them are 16, some of them are 15 and under, right? I have no problems with
Some of them are just even short videos.
Even
or,
just-
or YouTube shorts.
YouTube
Oh.
shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of makes
Or
sense.
even Canada was thinking that, right?
Even Canada was thinking
Yeah.
it, right?
But
But
that kind of makes sense.
yeah.
for sure. But then it turns into this whole debate about, is this like some sort of Trojan horse for censorship?
That's the
Right.
thing.
And that's the main fear.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to say that what you're going to do is if you create some sort of way that, okay, you're like, okay, 16 and under is illegal for you to be on social media,
Yeah.
right? Now you leave it to social media companies to implement this, right? How are they going to implement it? Are they going to do some sort of AI scan of your face?
Yeah.
Right? Or are they going to tell you to upload your IDs
ID.
and like your passport and
You
all
gotta
this
get
shit?
fake IDs for social
Yeah,
media.
yeah. Then kids will have fake
Yeah.
IDs,
You think
and
kids
then
are
what do
gonna
you
do
think
that?
is going to happen? Logically, next step, bank statements, bank records, a credit card form,
You think it's
something.
gonna-
100%. I mean, to us, it wouldn't matter personally because I'm like Instagram verified. They're going to ask for that shit anyways,
Yeah.
right? And on YouTube, when we actually create a creator account, you have to, I believe, you send like a 360
Yeah,
video of
yeah,
your
yeah.
face. They take your passport and your license and shit. So for people like me, it doesn't do
Yeah.
anything, right? But what it does do is think about whistleblowers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what do you do if like a company's, behaving a certain way? Now you can't be anonymous and like be
Exactly.
like, there's something bad happening.
Yeah, yeah.
And half of the people, the reason why you even know what's going on with social media and it being addictive is because of whistleblowers.
Yeah.
You'll never see another Edward Snowden. You wouldn't see any of these guys, WikiLeaks. You wouldn't see any of this shit, right? So there's a lot of stuff that comes out because of anonymity that's good.
Yeah.
Which then you put everyone in this box, right? And then where do you go from there?
For sure. I feel like the tech companies will always take that stance, right? They're going to be the harm comes from the content, not the design itself, which is true.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to like determine like what you want to see. And even, but someone like us, we're old, right? Older than a kid. You don't even, like even me personally, I was using, like I never used Snapchat, but I kept getting these stupid notifications from it, right? So Simmer told me, she's like, I turned off my notifications.
Yeah.
I turned it off. I stopped using the app.
Yeah.
I was only opening it because
getting
even the notifications are a way of tricking you to open up the
100%.
stupid apps.
Yeah.
100%.
So that's a little bit of the design. They are doing that.
They're definitely addictive, but you can't, if you start allowing the government to mediate who can do what, when,
Yeah.
and what you can show online, you're heading down a path of censorship. That's eventually where it's going to go, right?
Yeah.
When has the government ever taken away rights and then given them back? You don't get them, right? And there's this constant fight for free speech. We
Yeah.
see it every week
Yeah.
under the guise of hate speech or children. I'm not saying that children like everything that happens with children and the bullying and the
Yeah.
comparing and stuff. As adults, we fall victim to all of this shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where you could get insecure or something. Somebody
For
might.
sure.
Children don't understand that you see somebody's best life on social media, even if they see it.
It's a highlight reel.
They don't. Yeah, they don't realize. Even if they know it, they can't somehow like come to terms with it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they'll know it. Yes, that's probably their best day. But they can't like, see that, my worst day, like comparing to their best day.
Exactly.
And comparison doesn't matter. That's what social media does, right?
Yeah.
But what does it then do to the algorithms? What do you see in algorithms, right? Like if you now have, let's just even play it out. You have kids 16 under a band, right? You leave that up to social media to figure this out. Right?
Yeah.
Like for example, people without a driver's license, they can't drive cars, right? They can't. But imagine if it was up to Ford to figure out who drives what car. It's kind of retarded,
Yeah.
right? Like it's up to there's MTO, there's DMVs, right?
Yeah.
And they decide you pass this test, you get a license here, now you can drive
Or
the
that's the
car.
other thing that happens, right? More regulation, more
That's what-
departments,
more regulation.
more bloat.
Yeah, more bureaucracy, more tax,
Bureaucracy.
more all of that, right? So I'm for. It's weird, but I'm actually for children not being like anyone under 16 not being on social media. I'm definitely for
Yeah.
that. As a parent and as a father of a little girl, I can easily see how people can be manipulative. Girls become
For
insecure
sure.
really early.
Like
And
body
yeah.
issues and stuff.
Yeah, they'll get body
Yeah.
dysmorphia, all
Yeah.
this stuff, right? And even you'll see these horrible cases, right? of-
Predators and stuff, yeah.
Not only predators, like kids getting bullied
Yeah,
and then,
yeah, yeah. There's
taking
more
their
than
own
there's
lives.
mountains of evidence to show like why
Yeah.
kids shouldn't be on it.
I'm all for that. If they could end it there,
Yeah.
right? If they could end it there and they're not now trying
How
to
do
be
you
like,
regulate that without censorship?
that's the hard part.
I don't know that you can.
That's the hard
So
part.
then you have to agree with censorship.
Because this Online Harms Act, like they'll always try to use something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's anti-Semitism or whatever. I'm not saying, I'm saying everyone speak their voices, right? And everyone continue to speak your voice,
Yeah.
right? Because the second they say that you can't say this today,
What if it's just children? They're only the censorship thing is just for children.
I'm down for that. How would they do it though?
History
That's the
shows
thing.
that they don't do stuff like that.
They usually don't do stuff like that. Even in this Online Harms Act, like it's a lot of hate speech, a lot of stuff is tied into that. Also, what ends up happening though, I think some people, what they don't think about is imagine if they said, okay, if you want to consume X YouTube videos, right? Like, for example, if you're putting out content, you know, how it's child verified or
Yeah.
audience or whatever, 18 plus, age restricted or not. If they said that politics is age restricted, right? If they said a bunch of these things are age restricted, so you have to verify for your ID if you're 16 or over, you can't watch this content,
Yeah.
right? Just for knowledge base, right? On YouTube, if you age restrict your content,
Yeah.
you get way less views,
Yeah.
right? Now, if you play it out, just imagine if somebody's like, okay, I can watch whatever I want on YouTube, sports, music, all of that stuff, but if I want politics, I have to show my passport. I don't want the politics
Yeah.
account, right? So in a way, right, what it might be inconvenient for a certain government, and right, and they can deem something political, even if it's not, like the Super Bowl and Bad Bunny. You can deem anything
For
political,
sure.
right?
Everything is kind of political. These
Exactly.
days,
So
right?
then imagine if you use that. Now those people that are
Yeah.
posting that kind of content, now that's deemed political, right?
Yeah.
So now you need age restrictions for that. So nobody's watching your shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's just slowly silencing voices, slowly,
sure.
right? And that's what starts to happen.
That's the fear, because they're gonna face regulation, they're gonna adapt, and then who gets impacted the most? End user, right?
But meanwhile, all this shit is going on. You guys see what TikTok's doing now?
No.
They're getting into the content.
Yeah, look at
the
that.
original content market.
They're dropping the TV shows and stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Short drama
5-minute
series,
dramas.
5-minute
Really?
dramas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this?
No.
So they're getting into this whole market where I think they're already testing it in the US.
You seen those the fruit ones?
You were talking about this shit.
Yeah.
No. That's what I've been seeing. So they're gonna make TikTok's officially gonna make like actual like real people.
Yo, I've seen it on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Oh my god.
No, I've
man.
seen TikTok videos of them. They're pretty bad. Like
The fruit
cringy.
ones?
I
No,
watched
the
the
fruit
fruit
ones are
ones.
just
People
whatever.
ones.
That's AI.
Yeah.
I think seeing the success of that, they're just like, holy shit, we could
That's
use
what
real
we
people
want?
and do this
Yeah.
for real.
What is the fruit ones? What are they exactly
It's so
doing?
stupid. There'll be like a watermelon beside a banana in bed, and the watermelon farts and it goes, get out of my bed. It's so dumb, but I've seen so many of them, man.
Yeah, from what I was reading, what they're doing is that they're basically, they're making these 5-minute little drama series. I don't
Yeah.
know. I've seen certain ads for it for other brands trying to do this, and I
Yeah.
think they saw it like short, dramas.
Yeah.
there's gonna be a market for
I've
it.
seen it on Instagram. Now that you're saying it, I've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
Where like I was like, what is this? Like, what video is this? But then it says underneath, it's like
Some
stay
sort of
tuned or
drama
something.
series.
Yeah.
So imagine even I was thinking how a lot of Instagram reels, TikTok reels, like they're really high produced now, really
Yeah.
highly edited. People spend time and effort into these things. So imagine somebody like a Druski, right? We've seen that skit or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But imagine somebody like him. Now he's making short drama series. It's another avenue for revenue.
They'll work too.
Yeah, they'll work. 'Cause there's-
Imagine a 5-minute attention spans are gonna go to
some of
shit.
those biggest content creators, what they were like, some of them became popular off of like comedy or some
Yeah.
stuff. It's way harder to do that when
For
you're not
sure.
talking about current events and culture and stuff. You're just trying to be funny online and
Yeah.
shit. That's way harder.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to do that and you got a new avenue, that
Yeah.
might work. But then like, yeah, you look at this shit. What are they gonna do?
Look how
5 minutes if
addictive
you
it already is, right?
imagine sitting on a TikTok scroll and it's like 5 minutes. You just watched one episode and you're like, oh, they released 10 today. You're not, before you know it,
Never off the app. That's what they want. You
Yeah.
stay there.
just to stay there, right?
Yeah.
So like they're making it more addictive, right?
Yeah, that's insane, man.
Yeah. What else we got?
CNN just discovered podcasting about a
Keep it
decade
on
too late.
social media, bro, on YouTube.
And they immediately showed why they don't understand podcasting at all, right?
Yeah.
So we have this clip of Jake Tapper. He's showing off his new set. You guys let me know what you think.
You're probably wondering what's going on, why we're in my office for the first hour of the lead today. So it's an experiment. This is my actual desk where I do my actual work, not the desk in the studio. And we thought we would bring you into the space where me and my team do our actual journalism and plan the show every day. So here we are giving it a shot. You might also be wondering about the decor, the posters and the kerchiefs and such on my wall. Well, the theme is these are all losing presidential campaigns. And this hobby started 26 years ago after I covered my very first presidential campaign in the year 2000. Campaigning and hopping from bus to plane to bus to plane, I collected the lawn signs and posters of all the candidates I covered. And by the end of the election, I had a really great collection of, well, losers. And there's an autographed Gore Lieberman.
This is the weirdest
one
shit. He's
from
showing his
2000.
collection of
So anyway,
losers.
this
So
all became a
stupid.
hobby. Here, come back to
the
me
dumbest
here.
shit ever.
You'll see, this is one of the grand achievements in my collection. It's an Al Smith poster.
they still got his dry
He lost
cleaning
in
in the shot.
1928.
Bro, they're
Democrat
trying.
to Herbert Hoover. Republicans, too, on the wall here. And from the modern era, there's autographed Romney and Ryan from 2012, autographed McCain, Palin from 2008. The oldest
He has
one in the corner there.
autographed, bro.
1844. That's Henry Lee.
Autographed Palin.
The wigs. And beneath
He has
that, you have the
autographed lawn
2000
signs, bro,
butterfly ballot
for
voting
elections.
booth and a Jake Tapper Muppet.
So you have that, right? Like a professional camera crew running around and you just throw like a mic in somebody's.
To me, that immediately feels like a news guy pretending to be on a podcast, right? He's like, look at me, I'm at home, super authentic. I opened 2 buttons on my shirt. Look, I'm relaxed, right? I know how this thing goes.
Yo, if anyone who's ever started a podcast, you don't have professional camera crews and all of that shit. There's a guy clearly just walking
Yeah.
around taking shots of his entire basement. and shit.
Exactly.
That's not how this shit starts, right? This shit
Yeah.
starts off of somebody just, one camera, right? And you slowly build a set and stuff. It takes a while. You build an audience, authenticity, all of these things.
Yeah.
If you use a podcast mic, right? You have
Yeah.
one of these and you're just using this shit.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make it so it's a podcast? You're still CNN, right?
Exactly.
You're just doing it in a different studio.
You're just doing the news at home,
Yeah.
right? The whole thing that makes, I don't know, legacy media, for the life of them, they can't understand why people gravitate towards podcasts. It's because it's long form, uninterrupted conversation,
Right.
and we're shooting the shit, right? We're not like very rehearsed just sitting here. We kind of just discuss what topics we're going to go over, and then we have our angles and we talk.
Yeah, that's pretty much like what we do here. Is just to have a list of like what we're doing and shit.
Exactly.
To have like some rough notes, and we shoot the shit on like what we think is going on. in
And
the
then you
world. That's
elaborate and you
essentially
get in,
it, right?
you get into a good conversation, right?
Right. And if you are going to look through a lens of like, oh, this is what the left says, this is what the right says, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to structure. And then some studio exec's going to be like, I own the rights to that podcast. So if you say that, you can't talk about this, you can't talk. It's the same shit that you're doing on CNN. You're just doing it in a different desk, right?
That's the whole thing.
But also, these guys are like 10 years too late, right? And
Yeah.
with starting it with CNN. Even that, what they don't understand if Jake Tapper wasn't on the CNN brand,
Yeah.
he wasn't with the CNN camera crew, he wasn't with any of this shit,
Yeah.
and he wasn't trying to be like what he's saying, oh, look, those are my posters, right? If it was actually him,
Yeah.
right? If he grabbed an iPhone, put it in front of him, and he started a podcast, right? And he started connecting to people who relate to what, even if you
And
agree or
his
disagree,
opinion, his
and
personal
his
opinion,
personal
right?
opinion,
Yeah.
not CNN's opinion,
Yeah.
then he'll probably grow an audience
Yeah.
organically. He
Yeah.
probably would. Right, but like if you're going to do that, all you're trying to do is make CNN's audience go to YouTube or Spotify or whatever. Right,
Exactly.
like that's what you're trying to do.
You can't. They look at it like a different revenue stream, right? It goes one more way. We can make some money. Let's just take what we shoot here and we'll just throw it on audio. That's not how it works.
Yeah, personally, bro. Personally, to me, I don't know how you guys feel, especially with all of the kind of podcasts we have now. To me, what Instagram used to be, somebody's personal opinions, they post about it and share their lives.
Yeah.
That's now YouTube, Spotify, and podcasts.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody has a podcast. Right? Because everyone's like, I have opinions on everything.
Exactly.
We used to just share 30 seconds. Now we're like, let's share hour-longs
Yeah.
of this, right? And some of these, like, obviously it's not fair. These celebrities come out, they have massive followings. They start the same podcast, right? And they all have these opinions, right?
Yeah.
And everyone likes to tap on this emotion of anger and seriousness.
Yeah.
What does it report? Anything, right?
Yeah.
Like in sports. Should you be hanging those banners? Those are stupid banners. And somebody else will be like, he's an idiot. He's never played. Right? And that's kind of like the world we live in.
Yeah.
I saw D Wade. Pat Bev recently said James Harden's way better than D Wade, right? And
Hot
D
take.
Wade started his own podcast. I think he's tried it a couple of times,
Yeah.
but this is the first time I've seen this set and like the new D Wade, and he
Okay.
was just like, first of all, like he
Yeah.
kind of like goes in on him. He's like, I've done a lot of things well at basketball, right? Not taking anything with James, but who the hell's Patrick Beverly to say that somebody's better than me
Facts.
at basketball,
Yeah.
right? And he wasn't wrong,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
James Harden's a great player,
Yeah.
right? But James Harden never won a championship,
Yeah.
right? D Wade was the guy. Right, that took that, you know, Shaq
Especially
and
that
him
first one.
team
Yeah.
to the finals.
100%.
He did that shit by himself.
Yeah.
Right, with Shaq, obviously.
Yeah.
But James Harden couldn't get it done. He
Yeah.
couldn't get it done with CP. He
Yeah.
couldn't get it done with Dwight. He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right? So you can, whatever, we're talking basketball talk.
Yeah.
But point being, he has a podcast now
Yeah.
to refute what Pat Bev just
No,
said.
that's what it is too. He's informal. He's just giving his opinion
Yeah.
straight up, swearing sometimes, just doing his thing. It's not the same as when he's sitting on ESPN. Right?
No, it's not the same as that, but I'm saying what podcasts have turned into now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's like instead of like just having an Instagram feed where you're like, yeah, I'm tripping, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever, right? Now you're like, okay. Because at the end of that video, he goes, like and subscribe. It's like, you can tell when
Yo, you
somebody...
gotta do it, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta get subs.
But yeah, you could tell, man. Yeah, but the CNN thing, they don't get it at all.
thing-
They've missed the mark completely.
Where
on
they
that.
really miss the mark
Yeah.
is what are all the best podcasts? They're anti-establishment, right?
100%.
Rogan, Theo. Why do we like them?
Yeah.
Because they're like, I don't give a shit about politics.
Yeah.
This shit. I don't give a shit. And they just talk, and it's just raw opinions, right? And like the audience connects to the person,
Right.
Right. You
Right.
align with their views,
Right.
And over time, you get
Yeah.
to know their personality, and you're like, oh, I like this guy.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Right, and then you align with some of what he's saying, some of what he's not. And there's a personal relationship there
Right.
that's missing,
Yeah, right.
and that's what they always miss. That's what legacy media doesn't get. It's like, why are our views tanking?
Yeah.
Because of that. That's
Yeah.
the reason. But they
Yeah.
don't get it. They're like, oh, we'll just take CNN and put it at your house, right? And we'll just build this set and act like you've had it forever.
So like to me, it's like imagine like you have like censorship going on. You have these people controlling what you should or should not be saying.
Yeah.
They're gonna know how to navigate those waters. They're now in the podcast. The way that you'll see them try to win that back is by controlling what's allowed to be said there.
Exactly.
That's what they, if you can control that, then you'll win it back.
And these guys don't know how to operate without time constraints. Imagine if each time we sat here, the episode had to be an hour. Or
Bro,
it had to be hour and 20 minutes.
I don't maybe there's actually people out there not in the media space, not in the YouTube or Spotify space that are 100% on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Me, I've never met them before. Like my friends and family, some of them will have progressive views on certain things.
Yeah.
They'll have capitalist views or right-wing views on certain things and libertarian views on certain things.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, bro, just let live and live, right? Like it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Live and let live or whatever.
Yeah.
But the way that these guys operate, it's always through one lens, and they try to act like they don't do that.
Yeah.
Right. But they do that.
Yeah.
Right. So then, what are you gonna do? You're gonna alienate a large portion, and you're never gonna say your real feelings. Nobody knows how these people really feel.
You don't, because they get told how to feel
Yeah.
and what they can say.
Yeah. And then we've seen this movie before. But I don't know. Now that the Ellisons have bought Warner, right?
Yeah.
You know, maybe he's like, "Oh, podcast," right? Like, you know, like we gotta switch this up.
Scared of losing his job.
But yeah, what else we got?
So Druski did a satire skit called "How Conservative Women in America Act," where he parodied and dressed up like Ericka Kirk. So this is a picture of him. He went full on white chicks mode.
Yeah.
So he never straight up said it was Ericka Kirk. He said conservative woman.
Yeah, that's what he called it.
Smart.
But let's see this video of the comparisons. Pretty similar.
Get on your feet, boy!
Yo, I was impressed by how he moved around, you know?
No,
we
you
serve a
always do
just
that.
God. And I rest easy in knowing that He's sovereign, but He's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all His children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
We have to protect all men in
There's
America,
for jokes.
especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country.
Oh my god. He nailed it with the eyes, eh?
Yeah, no, he did. She
Her
does.
eyes are so scary.
Yeah, some demon eyes, bro. Everyone's seen
Yo,
that.
I want to know who his makeup artist is. They
Right?
got every crevice on his fingers, on his ankles, on every. It's
Yo.
it's so well done.
Yeah.
This thing did numbers. Like,
Yeah,
when's the last time something like this went crazy viral like that? I don't even remember.
He does it a lot, man.
Yeah.
Every time he drops some shit, it goes viral.
It's so funny.
yeah.
I was just impressed with like how he hops around with a build like that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
guy was like
The dance
jumping,
moves?
falling on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
I
that.
saw a lot of people talking about Ericka Kirk.
Yeah.
She said, I don't know. She said he better be ready or some shit. I don't remember what exactly.
Really?
She said something.
So I read that she actually didn't say anything. That's just what people are saying. She actually didn't respond to it at
Yeah,
all.
there's so many rumors going around
Yeah.
online that she like is trying to.
But
sue
they're like
him.
clipping her videos, to, you know, and she's like, just stop.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
a joke.
Yeah. I saw-
Immediately that thing reminded me of White Chicks too. I'm like, yo, they
Yeah.
gotta put this guy in White
yeah,
Chicks too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a bunch of AI renditions of Druski just being like, she's suing me. She sent out a lawsuit,
That's
right?
all
And then it's
fake.
like
Yeah,
a B-roll of like Ericka Kirk or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, people that are like, I don't know, angry at this, right? Like,
Yeah.
to me, I thought it was hilarious.
So
Yeah.
I thought it was
Right?
funny.
we
I
need
thought it
more
was fun.
comedy like this.
Yeah, that's
in
what
this world.
and it's satire, right?
Yeah.
Like then you could be mad at anything SNL does.
Right.
You can get mad at anyone making any jokes at
White Chicks
anything.
is coming out with a new movie, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can
They
also
should put him in it, man. That'd be
That's
jokes.
her
I don't know how they would fit that into it. Imagine that. It just
little
pops out
cameo.
the
It would
side.
be funny.
I feel like it's also the world we live in, right? Like you see a bunch of these content creators who go viral by
Yeah.
just dropping N-bombs everywhere and shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody has problems with that.
That guy, what's his name?
Who?
Fuentes, right? He
Oh,
kind of-
Fuentes? Yeah, but he's banned everywhere. But
Yeah.
or even that Clav guy or whatever. This
Yeah.
is just what they do, right?
Yeah.
I don't like not just them. A bunch of these guys try to go viral by rage baiting and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's actually just making fun of something. He also didn't technically use her name.
Yeah,
Right?
he did it a smart way,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
very, very clearly satire, and that's
But,
what.
and also, it's something everybody's thinking.
Yeah.
Everybody's seeing her coming out with fireworks, and it's like, what are you
What
doing?
the hell are you
man?
doing?
Yeah.
Grieving widow to like.
Yeah.
I've seen like some crazy
Concert?
shit like where it's like how grieving widows like grieve or whatever, and like she's like on like a platform, she gets shot up into the sky.
Yo, you know, I watched that like 10 times because I was like, did that actually happen? It looked like Taylor Swift coming out.
yeah. Like nobody knew this lady, and then obviously with something tragic that happens,
Right.
right? But yeah, and then now everyone knows her.
But
She's,
they
like,
know her
center
for
stage.
this. They don't even, I feel like they forget about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, they forget about
Exactly.
her. Now she's just known for this, right?
Yeah.
And like if you ever forget, Candace Owens will never let you forget. Never let you forget.
Never.
Every time I think like maybe she's not talking about her, there's a new series out, Ericka Kirk or whatever, right? Like
I
you'll
think she
just
made a video about this too.
100%
Really?
she would make a video on this. Who wouldn't, man?
But like, this is clearly satire or something. It's his whole brand now. He likes taking things that we all see, like you said. It's something we all thought we all saw and exaggerate the shit out of it, right?
Also, you're allowed to have opinions on politics, right? We all do, right? Some of us aren't skilled enough to be Druski, right, and create these skits around it. I'm not saying the guy's perfect or anything. He's just letting a little bit of his political views. If you don't agree with his political views, don't consume his content, right? And you can judge it if you want to too. That's a part of free speech. Right, you could say you hate him or whatever, right? Do it, right? Like it should be allowed.
Like
all
he keeps picking people, and he was doing it with the pastors. That one was so funny. The NASCAR guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if they do it the other way, people are going to.
I saw an AI video of Kirk saying that if I ever did, like, you know,
and that's what the conversation is going to be, because in the world we live in, if they do it the other way, that's 100% going viral. 100% going viral. Right, but that's going viral for a different reason. Like I don't know if it'll be funny or who they'd get to do it. But to me,
she would get canceled so bad.
I mean, how bad can it get?
Trudeau's done it.
Trudeau's done it. They bring it up. They bring it up here and there. I mean, I think it's good, man.
Comedy is supposed to be somewhat uncomfortable. And it's going to alienate you, and your audience that likes it is going to stick around, right? And in the end, it all works out. The shit went viral. It worked out for him.
These days,
you either hate watch it or you watch it and you laugh.
What I'm saying about those rage baiting kind of influencers, what they end up doing, like slowly, they stop rage baiting in that way, dropping N-bombs and shit like that. And then people forget that that's how they started.
Exactly. They just build up the audience.
Because people, for some reason, whenever they're talking about certain issues, the only emotion they can draw on is anger. Just, right? And like trying to rage and like that shit. And that's what gets them fame. And I don't know. I feel like they're just used to that shit, man. But what else we got? Oh, cost of living. Canada. The prices of everything just keeps going up.
According to Carney, it's the most affordable. What did he say? Best affordability we've ever had in a decade.
Yeah, in a decade. I don't know where he's getting those numbers from.
How does he do it? Best affordability in a decade. Question period, and he just dips out.
Yeah, for him, because he got to be prime minister, so he got that paycheck,
right? Or somebody of what's his Brookfield, his company called?
They're getting a little richer, right?
The rich get richer.
Yeah, but this question period stuff, he's like he's attended less question period than Harper and Trudeau.
Why do you think that is?
Huh?
Why do you think that is?
He's busy saving Canada, right? Of making everything affordable.
You know what I think it is, and it might not be. I think it's during question period is when you're going to get a guy like Polyev, who is very good at this. And I feel that what Parliament has turned into is a bunch of clippable content, just like anything else, and it goes on social media,
the world we live
and then people clip that and they react to it. So the more you give them, the more they can clip. Right, so he's avoiding that.
It's a smart move, actually. Right?
It's not a dumb move.
He's learning to be a politician very, very fast.
But on the other side of it, it's democracy, right? Even if you don't agree with somebody's ideas, that's the floor where you have that debate back and forth. That's what you do there, right? It's a part of it.
And you're just taking that away.
You're like, I don't want to partake in any of this shit.
Best affordability, I'm out.
Right? Meanwhile, food banks are at all-time highs. You see that shit?
We are in a full-blown cost of living crisis in this country. Not for the upper echelon, like Mark, he's very lucky, right? He has a lot of money. But like you were saying, food banks in the country can't keep up with the demand. There's a food bank in Saskatchewan, Moose Jaw. They're limiting the amount of visits from twice a month to once a month. And they're saying that they can't even sustain that pace at once a month. The amount of donations.
Sad, man, for the people that actually need it.
Yeah.
Imagine just being able to grab food like that once a month.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
But they were just showing their shelves. They're barren, man.
I think another layer of this that people don't consider whenever there's they see a headline like this. Is that imagine the people that donate to food banks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You think at this point people have a lot of excess, money to buy and donate?
For sure.
If you're gonna take the economy to the position that it's in right now, people don't have money.
Exactly.
So I'm guessing donations probably went down.
Yeah.
Right? And if donations are going down and people need
demand is up, donations are down.
Yeah. The supply and demand.
Obviously, especially in the last 4 years, This year, the best year for affordability, this year specifically, they've gone up 150% the demand at these
Holy
sites.
shit.
And some of these locations, like the Moose Jaw one I mentioned, they're saying they have about 50 new households that sign up. You already can't sustain them at once a month. Then you get 50 more people every month.
Yeah.
Did you see what Toronto's answer to this is?
What's theirs?
Canadian-owned grocery stores. But
Oh, I did see that. I did see that.
They're doing the Mom Danny, right?
yeah, they're doing the Momdani. Like, I mean, I guess, you know, we're back in the Great Depression. That's when the last time you saw this kind of shit happen.
Affordability ever.
It's great. Food bank lineups are through the roof, right? You have a government.
Seriously? Government controlled grocery stores?
I mean, so it's a pilot project for, I think, 4 grocery stores right now. Right?
I don't even think they did it in New York yet. This guy jumped the
I don't
gun.
think they did.
Yeah. He just talked.
I mean, you have a government that has no real answer for the housing crisis, right? The condo market's crashing in Toronto. It's like one of the worst you've ever seen. Nothing selling. More houses are coming on the market every single day.
Shittier and shittier market
Right?
year over year, month over month.
Yeah, but they think it's a good idea to get in the grocery business.
Yeah.
Right? Just for some.
What is it though?
What?
Like they're selling us Canadian like things.
Who knows?
Oh,
Who knows?
There's
We don't
no
know their
information
actual
behind
plan,
it?
but
Okay, okay.
it's that they would control the pricing, right?
It's that they would have a grocery store that's, you know, by the government for the, like, they're
So
the
the
law
government's here increasing the prices, and
Yeah.
now they're like, now buy groceries from us.
What I think what their idea is to have cheaper groceries. That's what they think
control.
they're gonna control on pricing on groceries.
Okay.
But I think what most, in theory, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Right? In theory. But most people who don't do any research don't realize that grocery chains, their margins are razor thin, right? 4% to maybe, I don't know, 2 to 4%, 6%, like max.
There is a difference though, as an avid grocery shopper. It depends which store you go to. The prices are
No,
Crazy.
Very different.
100%.
Yeah.
But think about Costco, Sobeys, Loblaw. You
Yeah.
know a reason why they can even compete with those prices? They own their own trucking fleets. They own the distribution centers. They have supply chains. You have 4 grocery stores in a 3 million population city. Who are you gonna compete with for prices? Where is that gonna come from?
Yeah.
Right? You don't have any of the competitive advantage to get really cheap prices. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna subsidize groceries somehow for a very limited amount of people. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Right? In theory, it sounds great, but how's it gonna work?
Yeah.
Instead, if you wanted to subsidize groceries somehow, why not just do it direct? Have some sort of direct subsidy, right? Just because even if you eliminated the 4%, 5%, I'm not doing the math on it,
Yeah.
but just off the top of my head, if you eliminated the profits, it would probably save the average consumer on groceries somewhere between $40 and $100 roughly.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like $300 a month or like something considerably cheaper, even if they had enough room to lower all the prices and do all of that, right? So if you were going to give them a direct solution, not some eye-catching political one, why wouldn't you just give them a direct subsidy? If that's what you're going to do,
Yeah.
a better money spent is lower incomes. Here's a $40 check for groceries.
But dude,
Done.
that's a government that actually cares about its people, right? Not just wants stats to show, oh, look what we did.
But this
We
is-
saved Canadians X billion dollars because it's $20 a household.
This is a city of Toronto thing, right? It's not like a federal thing,
yeah.
right? But I mean, I think it's a lot of like what I was saying before. You saw Wab Canoe, he's talking about Trump or whatever, right? Without any regard to just naming a bunch of people in it and like what you're saying, there might be some people that might take that. The old school politician would have never done that kind of shit, right?
No.
You see people, even I've seen Olivia Chow, right? I'm not for ICE or anything like that, but her make this video, that show's cringy as hell. I don't know if you guys saw it. There's somebody following her and she's like, hey, Miss Chow, ICE is coming to Toronto. And then she turns around, she's like, no, they're not. Right? Or some shit like that. I was like, it's so inauthentic. All of it felt like fake as hell, right? So I feel like all of them are trying to do this social media thing, right? And a part of it is, this is Trump's script. And like Mamdani Mamdani was successful because he used the same sort of like energy towards something. Right? It's like the same playbook, right? It's what these guys are using now to become popular.
They're trying really hard to stimulate this economy, though.
Yeah, because, bro, shit's expensive as hell. You guys see the Netflix prices going up?
Again?
Yeah, again. It's not in Canada yet, though. It's only in the States, but still, if it happens there, it's going to be coming here.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Where do you cut it off? Like
You
when?
don't.
At what point? Like for me personally, like I've already told my barber too. Like I jump around barbers, right?
No loyalty at all.
I have loyalty to a point, but like at a point, I've decided like, yo, it's 60, 70, 80, but I'm only paying so much for a haircut, right?
Yeah.
I'll find somebody else. I'm good at scouting talent. I'll find a good barber. I'll get another one, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, if Netflix is like, where do you cut it off?
What do you
Like,
mean?
imagine Netflix is $100 a month.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
That's
a lot.
That's
a lot of people
why.
would still keep it, I think.
No.
Because people don't really watch cable TV.
Okay, if you see the downfall of cable TV, a part of it, and I'm not saying the main part, but
Yeah.
a part of it is how expensive it is.
And commercials.
Commercials is also a part, right? And not having the ability to stream everything live
it
when
is
you
true, how
want, right?
expensive
All
it
of that
was,
kind
yeah.
of stuff, right? That was a part of it. But now imagine if these big cable companies now gave you avenues where you can just stream everything without commercials if you wanted to by paying them X amount of dollars a month.
Yeah.
The reason why it falls apart is because of pricing. If you wanted like the sports channels and the movie channels and this channel, you'll be paying $300 a month for cable. That's why that shit falls apart, right? So people find other avenues. If Netflix are gonna be $60 a month, right? And then Amazon Prime, you're already paying for that shit because everyone's getting shit
Who the
delivered
hell
to
does
them.
that? Yeah.
Like my daughter, when Amazon packages get delivered now, bro, she'll just be like, can we open it together? I got the small box.
No, she'd be like, is it for me?
Yeah,
It's for you.
which one's for me? Right? Like she even knows, right? She didn't grow up in this era, right?
Yeah.
But imagine now if like Spotify costs X amount and Netflix costs X amount and Disney Plus, at some point you're gonna start cutting some of them off.
Exactly.
Right?
You got to pick and choose.
It's the same thing that Paramount was doing. Like I guess I didn't see it as first. I was like, why are they paying for the UFC deal?
Yeah.
Right? And what's going on? But think about it. You get this UFC audience, right? That was paying what? $70, $50, $60 per pay-per-view buy, right? And they were probably buying one or two a month.
Yeah.
You pay $10 a month for Paramount. Now you get this entire audience coming there.
Yeah,
and
there's
then
a bunch
the
of
wife's,
chess moves going
yeah,
on,
and then the
right?
wife's watching and she's like, oh, I like that show. That's a
Yeah.
good one. We get it for free because you like UFC? Okay,
Yeah.
cool, right? Now you sucked in a bunch of people.
Or-
now,
yeah.
if during that time your library grows,
Yeah.
and like you get more shows under your belt, and now you can start competing because you're getting more revenue. So like
That's
you
the
see
thing. They're
everyone
going to
playing.
start bundling too. Even the Microsoft Xbox CEO, they made
Oh,
some woman.
something
She
of
was
this.
saying she wants to make Xbox more affordable because clearly people aren't playing enough games or buying the online membership. So she wants to bundle it with Netflix
Yeah.
and have ads. Imagine playing a video game, you get an
Oh
ad
my
break.
gosh.
Holy shit. I
Oh
would break
my
my TV.
God.
Oh no.
That'd be so frustrating. Imagine like playing a video game online, you get an ad break.
Yeah, but a lot of streaming services are already doing bundling. Like you'll do Disney Plus.
That's the next step to make it
Crave.
affordable. That's why they're doing
And
it.
even like the TV providers, they offer like
Yeah.
bundling as well.
Yeah,
of
doesn't-
streaming services.
Doesn't Disney didn't they do
Like Hulu or something?
no, in Canada, I know in the US they have Hulu, Disney, and ESPN Plus. Can't talk. ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Right. But over
That's
here,
perfect bundling.
I think they have Disney and they have HBO.
They
Or
have
which one is
Hulu
it?
here.
They have Crave.
Oh, it's Crave.
It's Crave
Yeah,
and Disney.
That's
that's
the one.
Canadian.
Crave's a Canadian
That's the
HBO. Yeah.
Is that the one that they did? Disney and Crave? One of them.
Because
Something.
we have Disney, but we don't have Crave. I think we have Hulu.
Is it Hulu?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Hulu.
No, because
know what
we
you
have Bell. Like we actually still pay for TV. But
Losers.
with Bell, they bundled Crave, so we have a free.
Yeah, they give you
Crave
it for
Yeah,
free.
no, they have that.
but,
But,
with commercials. That's the only.
but look, if you buy Disney Plus, it's bundled with something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a bundle there.
I don't know what it
I
is.
think it's Crave.
It could be Crave. It could be Hulu. I don't know what it is. But yeah,
Only
even
because I'm like, Friends is on Crave, right? And I
Yeah.
can't watch it. So I know it's not Crave.
oh,
Yeah.
because
And The Pit is on Crave, and
Yeah,
I
and you
can't
can't
watch
watch it.
Yeah.
You gotta get Crave for
so
the.
it's something else. I don't know.
You know
I don't
where else is expensive now? Kids' clothing. Like I know
Oh.
probably you guys don't notice it.
yeah, no, I've
It's
obviously.
so expensive
Like
now. It's
noticeably?
like buying clothes for adults.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
That makes no sense.
that's where I notice it a lot. Like
Yeah.
grocery for sure,
Yeah.
and then kids' clothing.
Gas. Oh,
Yeah.
gas.
Oh, gas.
obviously.
Yeah. But pretender fills the gas.
They were just like, oh, they dropped 13 cents. Now it's up 15.
Yeah,
They just talk about it every day on the news.
Yeah, that's the geopolitical side of it, right? You're gonna the Iran conflict, right? You have tariffs, right? You have-
Bundled with all that.
Yeah.
And now they're saying they're going to hike rates, right?
yeah, that's what's gonna happen, and that's what makes things even from almost everybody. Everything becomes unaffordable.
We're already in an economic climate that all signs point that we're in a recession already. They're just not admitting it.
This is one of the reasons why a lot of people would agree with like, and maybe this was their plan to be like, yo, this war needs to end. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
These oil prices are wild, man. What they're gonna do to inflation slowly, and when the central banks start increasing interest rates in the US, they're talking about it. Right? If they start doing it in the US, they're definitely gonna do it here.
100%.
Right? And if they do it, what do you think is gonna happen? People are gonna bankruptcies are gonna go up, delinquencies are gonna go up. They're already climbing.
Yeah.
And like houses are gonna come on the market. There's gonna be a lot of pain. Right?
They said
Economical
it themselves
pain.
at the BOC meeting too. They were saying we need the house prices to come down. I don't know if they're supposed to say that, but she said it.
No, they're supposed to say that.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be pragmatic. They're not trying to be political, right? That's what you would hope that a central bank does, right? They don't really care about politics and how people view it. They do whatever's better.
I
for
just
the
think they're
economy.
going to end up changing their mandate from 2% to 3%.
No, I don't even think it's an inflation thing. Like, I don't know, man. If you just play it out, if the price of gas goes up and the price of shipping things is going up, where do you think this is headed? You can have as many grocery stores owned by the government as you want.
Yeah.
Right? To get the groceries to the grocery stores and they get incredibly expensive, nobody's going to have any money. Right? They obviously travel, like summer's coming up, people want a vacation. Yeah, no more avocados.
No avocados.
Right?
From
Even
Mexico.
PlayStation. You guys see that shit? The price of PlayStation went up?
Just
crazy.
randomly, they're just like, it was
It's
going
the
to cost
second
us
price increase of the year, right? So they do this shit and like we don't game anymore.
Yeah.
Not because gaming's not fun. It's just incredibly addictive. It's one of those other things. When you're an adult with a wife and kids and shit and family businesses, all that shit, you don't have time. And if you start doing it, you'll lose track of all time.
Yeah.
But remember when we were kids? Like, well, you guys probably don't know, but like you would go buy a whatever gaming console was out or system, and it would just be that
That's
price
how
for
much it
pretty much
costs.
the entire time until the new one came out.
Yeah.
It was just that price.
Yeah.
And now these kids live in you didn't buy the PS5? Well, next year it's $150 more. What?
For the exact
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Until the new one comes out, like it's I don't know. And imagine being on Christmas, being like, "Mom, I'm gonna buy a $900 game." Get the hell out of here! Now people are tighter than they used to be before.
No, it's wild, man.
So if these kids aren't buying these gaming systems, and you're talking about addiction, what do you think? YouTube all day. That's what they're gonna do.
Free.
Yeah, or maybe they start playing outside. I don't know.
Life's getting too affordable, man.
It's too affordable.
Wait, best in a decade.
Oh, it's being funny. I was like, what's he talking about? Sorry, I was like, yo, how's it getting too affordable, bro?
Like
You need a coffee, bro? We're just talking about how expensive everything is, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What else we got?
So they dropped the new Harry Potter series.
This was fire.
Yeah.
I
you guys
saw
all
this.
saw it, right?
Huh?
You guys all saw
The
it?
trailer,
Yeah, right before the pod.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Any opinions? So these are like the characters, like the new and old.
So, okay, I'll give my opinions on it, but what was the online discourse on this?
I think like people have a little bit of problems with J.K. Rowling being executive producer. They don't really, because she's been in like the
Headlines
news
and stuff.
the headlines lately. And then like some of the characters, they're like, oh, here, let's go back. They think they don't look similar enough, which I disagree with.
I thought the Harry Potter, the new one, looked more like the Harry from the books. Like the
What you pictured?
no,
Like from the covers?
They have
from the
drawings on the covers
covers?
and stuff, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So but what it is, what they're saying is these this TV show will be more similar to the book.
Right.
Which did you guys all read the books?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I liked that.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Not that it was so different.
Yeah.
But I like that they're spanning out like one book for like so many episodes. So there's so many details that they miss in the movie that I mean, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I want like a whole room full of Harry Potter paraphernalia if we
Yeah.
could. But like to have details about how like they're gonna give they're gonna show her origin story.
Okay.
They're gonna go more into his parents, more into like Neville's, because these are such main characters,
Yeah.
and you know they've been through some like shit, but you don't know what.
Yeah.
So it's cool that they're gonna like dig into like the details.
You know what's wild to me? Right when I saw it, my mind automatically.
Did you get a nostalgia feeling?
No. Before I saw the trailer, I just watched the trailer today before the pod started.
Yeah.
But when I saw the picture, like whenever it came out, there's like a picture and people are like, "Oh, new Harry Potter trailer dropped," right? And you just see Snape, right? Because that was the big talk that he's black or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, there's gonna be some sort of selective outrage for this or some shit. There's probably some sort of progressiveness or something tied into this, or people think they're being racist or something, right? And I was just like, okay, maybe the show is gonna suck because usually whenever they do this shit, they completely fuck up the entire show or whatever.
A
they're
lot
trying
of
to do.
remakes, they
a
tend
lot
to
of times, right?
not
Like,
do
and
well.
back in the day, it used to be because they just get things wrong.
Yeah.
These days, it's because of cultural, political stupidness, right?
Yeah.
But now, like when I saw the trailer, I see how everyone looks. To me, I was like, "Yo, this shit's fire."
Yeah.
I saw
the
this.
trailer looked very much like the movies.
It brought me right back to the movies. I'm like, this show is gonna be the show in my mind. I think it's gonna be the show like Game of Thrones
Other than
type
like
that
hearing
everyone's.
the song, which I missed. I wish I heard that.
The OG song?
Yeah.
But do you think that's in part because they don't own the rights to the song? Is that you think that's why they didn't play it?
It could be that.
Maybe.
It could be like they don't want that. The song was just for the movies, and they maybe are gonna have different songs that you're gonna remember forever for the TV show. Like I don't know.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if they own the IP, HBO does.
Yeah.
Right. Music made for the movie. I don't know.
Maybe they're
if
creating a
they-
whole different vibe. Like even the promo looked darker to me, but
It looked darker.
with the movies.
Yeah.
The
You didn't get that
movies
vibe?
ended up darker.
The movies ended up darker, but they didn't start.
They didn't
dark.
start.
To me-
started off super cheery
Like the
and light.
first two, I
yeah.
think.
To me, I just saw because obviously you have the school environment, right? You have a bunch of people going to the school. You can create this character development pretty easily in a situation or setting like that.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I was just hoping when the trailer came out, I was like, okay, hopefully it's good. And when I saw the trailer, I was blown away. Like I was saying, to me, it's going to be the Game of Thrones. Like
Even
I
the-
feel like it's going to be that
The
level.
comparison photos, like I thought they did the casting really well too.
I
You
think
know,
so, too.
Dumbledore's the trendy killer from Dexter.
I didn't see it at first, but now that you're pointing it out, man, you can't unsee it.
Once
you
you
know
see it,
that.
you
Yeah.
can see him. But
Yeah.
I thought they were all good. The casting seemed pretty good. The trailers-
Hagrid, I think these.
Hagrid, yeah.
I think whenever you're introduced with a cast, even for a new show, it takes you a while to fall in love with certain characters.
Yeah.
You have to start
Knowing these
watching
characters
it.
already, they hit this out of the park to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I think if you give it time, 2-3 episodes, you're gonna be complete. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you're gonna be completely invested.
Yeah.
And to me, J.K. Rowling having that in the series and the influence, right? To me, I think it's important.
It is important
Yeah.
because she's making sure it's going to be similar to the books that she wrote.
That's
despite
She's trying not to make it different from what Harry Potter
despite the backlash,
is.
you get this vision that people fell in love with in the first place coming from
it's
a
because
person.
of her.
It's because of her.
Yeah,
So their whole plan is what a season per book.
per book. So 7.
That's the most upside they have. They can really make it like the book.
And with so much detail.
There is something though. I feel like that the movies kind of ran into that they're gonna run into now. Is I don't know if they're gonna be able to pump these out yearly. I heard rumors of them somewhat doing it like Game of Thrones or Dragons,
Like
right?
Stranger
or what
Things,
is
it
it called?
came out
House
like-
of Dragons or Stranger Things, right?
House
Where
of
they,
Dragons, I don't even
like
want to
3
watch
seasons,
it anymore.
you forget about it, right? The problem is though, these are kids in a school,
Yeah.
right? So if
They're
you
gonna get
don't
too
drop
old.
these every single year, right? That young hairy actor that plays him, I don't even know his name yet. That kid's gonna start getting older,
No, for sure.
right? So if these aren't dropped yearly,
Were
quick
Harry
enough,
Potter movies dropped yearly? Because those kids grew with the movie and it worked.
it worked somewhat. Right, you can't. If they waited another couple of years to drop like the finale, they would have been full grown adults.
Yeah.
Right? And these kids look like they started off even younger, right? The Harry Potter, that kid looks like he's so young.
Yeah. So okay, that's probably my only issue with it is like sometimes when I watch a show with too many little kids in it,
Yeah.
it seems very childish.
Like Teen Boppy.
And I almost feel weird watching it. Like I'm too old to be watching it. So
Right.
I don't want that. I want it to just like
Keep
how the
that-
promo felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How I felt watching the Harry Potter movies. I hope I get that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, if they keep it in that, because of the actors and the people that are playing certain roles,
The actors seem good.
The adult actors, I
Yeah.
think that
Oh,
brings
that's true.
it.
There's a lot of adult,
yeah,
like the teachers and
yeah,
stuff.
I think the teachers and stuff that kind of brings it all together. If they get too much into like the childish part of it, then
Right.
yeah, obviously. But I don't think the show is going to be produced in that way. From what I see, it seems like it's solid.
It looks
I
good.
even like Snape. I don't mind that he's black. Like,
I
I don't
like
know.
it too.
I think that was half of the discourse online saying that
Yeah.
why is he black or whatever.
I think it's fine unless they make like a whole thing about it.
Like a racist thing.
Yeah, because
Oh, what you never know.
Snape gets bullied, right?
Yeah,
And he gets
yeah.
bullied by Harry's dad. That's gonna look pretty bad.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
because
take
they're
it
gonna go
like
into
that.
that story. I heard. I don't know for sure, but they're gonna go into that.
Apparently, Voldemort had a big story arc in the books, right? Voldemort, or
Voldemort has a big story arc in the movie.
no, apparently it wasn't. There was a lot more they could have went into.
Oh, like
Yeah.
back when he was Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Voldemort and the other
I
one.
mean, yeah, you can only fit so much in a movie.
Even
Like the
for-
movies just felt like Gryffindor focused. That's it.
But the movies were still like,
Movies
I
are
love
iconic.
the movies.
The
I
movies
only
are
know the
iconic.
movies. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, the movies are
complaints.
sick.
The complaints from the book people. They're just like they didn't dive into Neville. They didn't dive into.
But they,
the other
even this, they
houses.
could have so many spin-offs to this.
Oh yeah.
But this original one that's gonna follow the books,
Yeah.
I know people are annoyed that they're probably not, doing the whole world
Yeah.
of Harry Potter. This one's probably gonna be a hit.
I mean, they're gonna get compared to the movies and the books.
People are also annoyed that they're remaking them so closely to when the movies ended, but didn't they end a long time ago?
They ended so
ended a
long
while
ago.
ago.
People are annoyed,
for
but they're
me,
like don't recreate something so quickly to when it ended.
yeah, if you're fucking 40 now, right, like us, right? But look at Game of Thrones capitalizing on this market, right? You have this massive IP that's been sitting on the shelf. Check when the last Harry Potter movie ended. I feel like it was like at least
been a minute.
decade ago almost,
Yeah.
right? Like
No, it's a huge IP move. Like
Yeah.
HBO is going all in on Game of Thrones and Harry Potter.
that's what you should be
After
doing.
this whole the
Harry
acquisition. and
Potter
stuff.
at this point, this show, hopefully it's a hit, and then you can build around it, right?
Yeah, one season per book.
2010.
2010,
Yeah, it's been
16 years. It's too
yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
You know how many Marvel remakes we've seen in that time? How many Game of Thrones has
That makes me feel so old.
started? Yeah. I mean, to me, I feel like it's like even the Snape thing. Remember Hermione on Broadway when we saw it,
Yeah.
the Harry Potter musical?
Yeah.
I didn't know that she was black either.
I didn't know
Yeah.
she was black.
Right,
yeah.
but it didn't take away anything from the show
No.
to me.
Yeah.
Right,
She was a good actor.
Yeah, she was. She was
That's all
good.
that really matters.
Yeah.
Right?
So if the actor's playing it good, I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
it, right? I think the problem is like if it's a good show and it's developed well and they don't make it about this cultural political bullshit too much and they don't start
Exactly, yeah.
leaning into it and
Yeah.
whatever the fuck is going on, then I think it'll be good.
When
if
I
they stick to Harry
first
Potter.
did hear he was black, it didn't bug me that he was black. It bugged me that they're trying to change anything.
Change
Just
anything,
because when
yeah.
something's so good in like
Yeah.
your heart,
Yeah.
you don't want it to be different.
Yeah.
People don't like change. But
Yeah.
now, like when I saw it,
Yeah.
like very well done.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be very well done.
Yeah.
From all the trailers I've seen, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It
I
seems-
think-
I was
It's
scared.
coming out on
but
Christmas.
Seems pretty
Oh
good.
shit!
Yeah.
But that's so far away.
It's gonna creep up, but December, so many things are coming out. Avengers is coming
shit.
out.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
good. Just in general, there's a lot of shit dropping this year.
Yeah.
But it's
Right?
super
It's
like
movies
high
are
risk,
back.
high risk, high reward. This show. If they fumble this, that's one of the that's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest IPs outside of Marvel and stuff
Yeah.
in like
And
modern
imagine
history.
they don't renew it for second season. You're just like, where's the other
Oh,
book?
there's no
Yo.
way. It's HBO produced. J.K. Rowling's involved.
they're dropping
and,
it all.
yeah, they're
They're
dropping
spending
it.
so much money
Yeah,
to
yeah, they're
create
dropping
it.
it,
It's like
but-
$100 million per season. Like compared to the movies, the first movie, Philosopher's Stone, the whole movie was $125
Oh
million.
shit!
Damn.
This is just one. Oh, per episode. Sorry,
Per
I'm
episode.
just
Oh, yeah.
saying it wrong.
Holy
$100 million
shit.
per
Yeah.
episode.
So it's
Oh,
like a
that's-
mega produced.
Yeah.
Yo, this
It's
is
Game
gonna
of
be the
Thrones
one.
like.
Should be
It's
good.
gonna be.
This is gonna be the one where we're gonna be talking about it every single week.
No, but it's cool though. You can like pass it on to your kids, watch
Yeah.
it with your kids. You
Yeah.
know?
I can't wait till she's old enough that we can watch it.
You
together.
relive that whole thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then maybe they redo the movies. That's all. That's just remakes. That's what we
It's
live in.
okay. I'm not mad at it. If they wait 16
I'm
years,
so
let
down
them
to
do
watch
it.
it,
Right?
yeah.
Like, yo, TV show. And there's so much content out there now
Yeah.
where like everyone doesn't even watch the same shit.
Exactly.
There's so many good shows, Apple, Netflix, Disney. Like when
You don't have time to watch. them all.
nobody
There's
has
so-
time. I hear people talking about shows and they'll be like, "It was so amazing." I was like, I don't know what that is. Like that's how like, some people have their own algorithms of TV shows and shit, right? This
Yeah.
is one that's gonna be for the masses.
Yeah,
I think. But we'll see.
I'm
what-
excited.
Yeah.
MLB season kicking off again. How about them Blue Jays?
Right. Let's go. Let's go, Blue Jays.
No Buck Martinez, but we're still on a hot start.
Bro, I miss Buck though, man. Buck was clutch.
Yeah, swept the first series against the A's.
Mm.
Back-to-back walk-offs to start off from Jimenez and Erndog.
Erndog. Woof, woof.
Pitching looked very strong, man. 10 Ks from Gosman, 12 from Cease. That's the most strikeouts to start a season in franchise history. And then Lauer on the mound, looked pretty good too. The last game, Hoffman made up for that first game. People are just going in on Hoffman too, right?
Yo, they were hating on
we
him
need
because of
another
World
closer
Series.
after one game.
Bro, nah. I think Hoffman's solid, man. I think he's the Jays have a solid pitching rotation. Like you're saying, even Gosman, 11 Ks in 6 innings, opening day record, bro.
Yeah,
it's never been done.
Yeah,
and then 12 for Dylan Cease.
Yeah, and then Lauer came out and dropped 9 too.
Yeah.
So all the pitchers combined and the bullpen had 50 strikeouts to start the series. To start the season, which is another franchise record. I know it's 3 games, but I'm excited, man.
The franchise, who's not excited? The whole city, the whole country's buzzing about baseball right now. It's become a baseball city,
right?
We were having this conversation. Yeah. You know what I love about this?
There.
Huh?
They were all there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I love about this.
Yeah.
You know all the hate the Maple Leafs got, right? Like we talk about them too.
Yeah.
But I don't ever hate the players or the organization or whatever. We just talk about like exactly what's going on in the game, kind of shit, give our opinions on them. But I liked how the Blue Jays energy, these guys go to the Leafs game, uplift those guys.
They were in the wrong seats. You see that?
Huh?
They were
that
in
was
the wrong
jokes.
seats.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw the clip.
They signed someone else to see.
It was Ernie and Springer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I like that energy, and then the Maple Leafs return the favor and shit like that, and they're kind of living off of the same high, and everyone's on for the whole city. I think it's cool, man. I think it's cool, and even a couple of the way the season's starting, right? Vladdy doesn't have a homer yet, but Springer hits a dinger.
Springer got a dinger,
right?
Yeah.
You had the Kirk.
Yeah,
bro, that guy's like not
most
only
consistent, like Jay, man.
Bro, to get to the 9th inning and then
that ABS call, then yeah,
right. I don't know how I was gonna feel about man. And you leave it in his hands. All of a sudden, he's more valuable. Right? I don't know how I was gonna feel.
I love the challenge system.
I love that shit.
It's so quick, man.
It's not the NBA. This isn't the NBA.
It takes like 15 seconds to make a call.
Yeah.
But things I was looking at was like the new additions, obviously. So the pitchers, I don't know. I'm impressed. 2 games, not much of a.
We don't even have your Savage or Bieber yet.
Yeah, we're not even.
Yeah.
This isn't even the permanent roster, so
Yeah.
I want to see how when it gets healthy. But the pitching look really good.
Yeah.
Okamoto, how do you say his name?
Okamoto. Yeah.
Solid, man.
Solid.
So far, like that series, he's probably the best player of the series.
He's composed.
He looks poised.
Yeah, and hitting that homer,
Got a homer already
right away.
He came out of that series with 2 RBIs, I think.
Yeah, bro, he's playing solid, man.
His fielding was really strong.
Yeah.
That was the one toss up for me. I knew nothing about. I didn't watch him play in Japan.
As soon as they signed him, I started looking into it, and he's a pretty good player. But I feel like everyone's gonna now see, what the Dodgers have been doing.
Exactly. Right? Tap into that market.
Tap into that, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was just focused on the new additions. We'll quickly find out about Barger if he can live up to the hype a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Vladdy or even Springer. Like, they'll do what they do.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's amazing for the city. I think it's amazing for the country. I think them running this off on a hot streak after losing the World Series, you're out 3-0 to start the season.
Even
right?
the 2 wins, man, they were like the playoff wins,
bro.
Kind of come from behind.
The Rogers Center right now is electric, bro. Everyone wants to do everything Blue Jays.
Yeah,
even my daughter's into Blue Jays. She loves the Blue Jays.
That's sick.
Yeah, everyone is just
I heard the food got better too.
They're turning that thing into like a club, man.
Yeah, one of the levels, right?
They have on the top floor. They have like a lounge.
Yeah, it's so cool.
They have they have a patio.
Yeah.
The food selection is crazy.
Yeah,
it probably
dogs look good.
Probably costs an arm and a leg, but
whatever.
So many options.
You're gonna go. You're gonna spend it.
It's smart though. Like when you're at a ball game, like a baseball game, it's not so much like a hockey game or like there's a lot of downtime.
Yeah,
so you give people a lot of reasons to stick around if you're not like a diehard into it.
But this season, that's like what you're talking about is like, I love Vernon Wells, but like you're talking about back in the Vernon Wells days, right? Even Carlos Delgado, he's a home run leader for the, or a historical home run record holder for the Blue Jays, which I'm sure Vladdy could probably beat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if he joins a 500 home run club, that's a completely different story. But I think now you're into kind of Blue Jays baseball in the sense that every game matters. Every pitch matters because
Exactly.
you're trying to hone in your roster. You're trying to prepare for October. That's what these fans are expecting
That's
now.
the expectations of October baseball.
A little
deep into the
bit,
playoffs.
yeah. There's a lot of that, right? Like Barger, for example, right?
Yeah.
Those expectations weren't there.
Yeah.
Now people want them
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be that good, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So how that shit plays out, who knows? But I saw this narrative about hanging banners and shit like that, which I disagree with, because this group of guys, like this Blue Jays group that you have right now, everyone's in love with the group of people that they put together, right? Those group of guys, right? So they did something spectacular, which was make the World Series.
Yeah.
Right? You got to hang up the AL banner.
You
Why are
do,
not
and you
hanging
won
out
the
there?
conference.
Yeah.
Why are they getting hated on for winning the conference?
Yeah, and you know how hard it is to make the World Series? We haven't done it since '93.
Exactly.
Been a long time.
Been a while.
It's been a long. It's been a while, right?
But out of this team, man, I'm just so behind it. I love watching it. They're everything that I always wish this Leafs team could have been. Like, we're a tortured city when it comes to. Just hear my point out. We're a tortured city when it comes to like all of our sports franchises, right? What all I have personally ever asked for is just I want the guys to play for the city, play for each other. That's what this team does. That's undeniable. They have chemistry and they want each other to win. When the other one scores a homer, the whole everyone's into it, right?
Bro, the way they play is infectious. That's why you saw them when they went to the Leafs. They appreciated that shit, bro. These guys are all together on that team. How happy they are. There's no who's a superstar, what's going on. They don't give a shit
Even
about any
the
of
Raptor
that.
squad's like that. You know, they're
playing
for each other.
Even though people will say Toronto's a tortured fan base, over the last decade, we've won a championship. The Leafs have been in it every year. The core four was together. The Blue Jays haven't won in a long time, but we were in the World Series last year, right? There's teams in the NBA that have never been to the finals. There's teams in baseball that haven't been to the postseason in a really long time, right? There's teams in hockey who haven't made the playoffs in a long, long time, right?
Yeah.
We always have something to root for, right? So whenever these kind of narratives get thrown around, I like to more so look at like the 50 strikeout narrative, for example, right? Your 50th anniversary, 50 strikeouts to start the season.
Pretty cool, right?
The legend writes itself.
Yeah.
Right? And then the last time you've seen a team lose in the World Series and then come back was the Kansas City Royals. We've talked about this before, right? And then they beat us. They go back to a World Series. They win the World Series. It's been done before. The Leafs can do it. I mean, the Jays.
The Leafs might not be doing it for a while. But, man, I feel good about the squad. I can't wait to see the full product when they're all healthy.
Bro, it's so nice that you get to watch baseball every single day. Every single day.
Yeah.
I love this shit, man. I love this shit.
No, it's cool. Did you see Izzy?
Yeah.
It didn't look too good, right? That's 4 in a row now. I don't know. I don't know. I was always an Izzy fan. I felt pretty bad for him. But according to him, he's still going to keep doing it. We have a clip.
Izzy, you are one of the greatest champions this organization has ever seen. How do you move forward after a fight like this? After another great...
You keep going again and again and again and again and again.
Bro.
I'm not leaving. You'll never stop me. I might get beaten, but I'll always remain undefeated. Jamie Vanderkill.
I don't know about that, man. Like 4 losses in a row, that's not a slump.
No.
That is a career turning point, fall off kind of, right?
I feel like everyone remembers when he knocked out Poatan, right? And then after that,
the hype was crazy.
The hype was crazy, and everyone is crowning Izzy, and rightfully so. I think he's an amazing fan. A fighter. I'm a fan of his, right?
Yeah.
To me, I feel like he loses to Sean Strickland, right? And then DDP, right? And then now DDP was like, and then he goes on to lose, right? But to me, those guys were more polished fighters, right? You're still fighting for like contending for the belt and going back in that direction. For these couple of L's, you don't want this guy to be the new guy that tests new fighters now, right?
Exactly.
That's where it's going. And like you look at John Jones, right? You saw him kind of the way that he's, his career ended up. He decided when he wanted to hang it up.
Yeah.
He decided that. And him and Dana seem like they don't get along anymore.
Yeah.
But John Jones went out being a heavyweight champion, right? I know he doesn't want this guy. Izzy doesn't want to go out losing.
I mean, Izzy, he was at a point like untouchable in that middleweight division. He was holding it down, elite striking, right? Distance. He had that. So he was drawing the Anderson Silva comparison.
Right.
It just felt like he was going to go on the same career arc.
Right.
this is like a fall from grace, right? He looked flat out there. He lost. Seems like he lost a step. The way that he fights, it was similar to Silva a little bit, like the distance and the quickness, right? If you lose a step, man.
I mean, yeah, man. He's one of those explosive fighters, man. I mean, sometimes you gotta hang it up, man. I don't know if it's wise to continue fighting, man, taking blows to the head. I don't know, man. I understand the confidence thing and losing out on leaving on a win. Maybe that's what he wants to do. Maybe he wants to win a fight and then he wants to retire. I don't know. Nobody can.
I can understand that too, but it's like he doesn't want to be that guy, right? The guy who just other fighters use to prop themselves up, like you were saying,
that's
right?
What they're gonna do. Yeah.
That's how they're gonna use him. You're not getting a title shot, Izzy, for a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you want to go out on a win, sure, you can fight some whatever fighter. Get a win. Yeah. He'll still go down as all-time great in the division.
No, he is. He's one of those
big moments, exciting bouts. But like, unfortunately, I personally think you gotta know when to fold him. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he should retire.
I think so too, man. I don't know if you saw that new wrestler guy. Who is he? He's not in the UFC yet. They signed him. He hasn't had a fight in the UFC.
Like a wrestler,
heavyweight,
WWE wrestler.
No. Like he's an Olympic wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Let me just Google it real quick. But there's a lot of hype around this kid that recently signed with the UFC.
Yeah.
UFC. And I feel like he's like him being the new like in
Stevenson.
Yes. He's that kid, bro. I've seen some of his videos. He's fire.
Yeah.
He's fire. I was like him versus Aspinall or him versus Cyril Gane.
He's
or
a heavyweight?
Him. Yeah, he's a heavyweight. Or if now Alex is going to step up to heavyweight, you have Aspinall, Alex, him.
Yeah.
I think the heavyweight division is going to be one of those divisions for a little while if these guys, or if this guy's who he
Those
is.
Are the more, that's what I think that's what the UFC wants.
Bro,
that's
that guy looks like a monster. And he's American. When's the last time you've seen some American champions?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Unfortunate, but yeah, I think you should step away.
What else?
There's the MVP talk. It's coming back up. We've got to talk about something, right? The NBA season gets so boring around this time, right? I feel like we keep talking about it because the MVP ladder just keeps moving. There's a new favorite to win now. Seems like they change every week. So Wemby is now at the top of the ranks.
Yeah.
I think SGA is second, then Jokic. So Wemby was asked what he thinks, should he be the MVP or not, and this was his take on it.
Do you want to repeat the argument that we just had about why you feel like you should be MVP?
I mean, there's many reasons, but as I said, I think right now it is still reasonable that there is a debate. But as I said, I want to make sure. My goal is to make sure that there's no debate anymore at the end of the season. But so
what are your merits? What would you say are what are your three campaign speech items?
3 arguments?
Yeah.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game, and that it is undervalued so far in the race. Because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league. Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC this season, and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
Yeah, he said he wants to make it so it's not a debate anymore. He's still got a little bit of time to make it so. For me, it's like, I don't know, the Luka slander is crazy. He's on a tear, man.
Luka's
this guy's dropping 40 points a night. Propelling, like doing everything that the MVP actually does, and how this guy falls in the ranks makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like he should be top 2 at least.
He should be.
And like the other point he was making It's not a you versus SGA thing. It's who's going to get the MVP. It doesn't really matter if you beat OKC 4 times. What the hell does that have to do?
Yeah,
I didn't understand that point whatsoever.
I mean, I'm still rocking with Canada, right? So I'm hoping SGA
I would
pulls it
like
off.
for SGA to win.
Yeah, but statistically speaking, I don't think Jokic is in this right now. Even just off the hype train, I think it's Wemby, SGA, and Luka at this point. Wemby, the thing with him, third season, he's kind of exploding. It seems like they want him to be the face of the NBA as much as people are saying, like, you can't have a tall guy be the face.
Yeah.
He seems like he's about to be that guy. Quickly took San Antonio. Look at what position they're sitting in right now. He wants it. He seems like the guy who wants it. He wants to compete. He's all about basketball. It's all the right things.
I do like that about Wemby. I appreciated that about him at the All-Star game too. I like the confidence. I like how he challenges other players. He's saying, I'm the best player in the league. He said it. Yeah. Right? I love that. It'll bring out like the competitiveness. It won't be so buddy-buddy like we're used to, right? Yeah. The past couple decades, I guess. They're all best friends, right? Yeah. The only thing is I feel like the MVP has always been an offensive award. Mm-hmm. Right? They have the defensive player of the year. Sure, it's 50% of the game, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's always been an offensive award, and the voters always vote that way too. They reward offense and stats, right? That's what they look at. And he hasn't done anything substantial yet. People just want to crown him. They want to make him the face.
They want to make him the new face of the league, right? Why? Because they were dying for Ant to take it over. He didn't really, for whatever reason, they don't want to give it to Shea, right? Yeah. They kind of do, kind of don't.
He's Canadian.
Or there's a part of that. Yeah. Who knows what it is, right? But I'm looking at the standings right now. The Lakers are third, Spurs are second, OKC's first, right? Spurs are 3 games back, 2.5 games back from OKC, right? Yeah. So if Spurs win first seed, you got to give this thing to Wemby. Yeah. Right? He gets 100%, right? Yeah. If not, I don't know if the voter fatigue off of just Shea winning it 1 year is enough to be like, no, he doesn't deserve it. Yeah. But if generally you're looking at the NBA right now, it does seem like Jokic is so quiet in the way that he is, right? Ant's name is also not mentioned in it. Timberwolves are sitting in 5th. Yeah. Right? Not a bad spot to be in. It's funny how all these teams are in the West, though. Yeah. But to me, the main faces of the NBA right now seem like they are Shea, Wemby, Luka, and Jokic. Those are MVP favorites too, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, if I was to look at them, I'm obviously biased. I would want Shea to win it. But if I'm looking at it, I don't really have a problem with Luka either pulling it off. If they keep going down this, they won 8 straight, bro. Yeah. Right? If they keep going on this win streak, I mean, was that 8 straight is Wemby. San Antonio won 8 straight.
They're going on. It's like some new guy goes on a tear and they're like, oh, MVP, right?
That's what happens.
They keep doing it.
And the thing is, OKC is more of a team dominated game. Exactly. Right? Like the whole squad. They're kind of like the Blue Jays almost, right? Like everyone plays for each other.
If you want to look at it that way, Wemby and Luka are the two propelling their team and making them win. They're doing it, right? Yeah. SGA, you can argue that he doesn't do it as much.
I mean, you can argue that, but the best player on the best team generally gets the award. Usually, not always.
But that's probably Wemby. Yeah, but I feel like Luka's missing an opportunity. This is probably his chance to get the MVP.
This is his chance to get the MVP,
and they're not going to give it to him. That's brutal.
They're not going to give it to him. But I'll say a wild take here. I don't even know if it's wild anymore. I can see the Lakers winning the championship.
A lot of people have that take at this point. Yeah, they're on a tear,
I can see them winning a championship. I know California natives want that shit to happen, LA natives and shit, but it seems like if there's any season that Bron's going to pull off a ring, it's probably this one.
Yeah. He just needs to see the light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Yeah, but talking about Canadians, like, what do you think about the Raptors season so far, bro?
Well, I can't be mad at it. They just beat the shit out of the Orlando Magic, right? They're 31-0 run?
Yeah.
They went on a 31-0 run.
31-0 run. Isn't that a record to start a game?
Pretty sure that is, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a record to start a game.
Yeah.
Well, that's wild, bro. You see this.
It was like in the first quarter. It was like, I forgot the score. Yeah. But they went on a 31-0 run.
Yeah. And looking at the East standings, Raptors are sitting right at 5th spot, right? So if the season was to end today, we'd play the Cavs. I mean, the Knicks kind of whoop the Raptors every time we play.
Yeah.
Right? But the Cavs, the 4-5 matchup, I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm even going to say the Knicks. The only people that the Raptors don't want to play is probably the Celtics.
All I know is nobody wants to play us.
That's what I'm
all I know for sure. Nobody wants a first round matchup against us.
In a couple of weeks, for about a week or two, the city's going to be on fire about the Raptors. This city always has something to root for.
Yeah.
And we need to stop taking that shit for granted. Support our teams, man.
Yeah, when they're bad, it's pretty rough.
No, but they're good right now. The
Yeah.
Raptors, the Blue Jays, man, they're doing good. The Raptors don't have Kawhi. They're still
Yeah.
5th in the East. That's pretty fire, man.
Scotty's really developing.
He is.
They should give him that DPOY.
Mm.
Even
I saw him once at Piano.
Oh, yeah.
Scotty Barnes?
Yeah. I didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
I was just like, whoa, that guy's tall. And then my friend was like, you know, he played on the Raptors. I was like, oh, and I had to Google it.
I didn't even know he is.
He's just casually sitting there?
He just walked into a.
That was like his rookie season, probably, though, right? Earlier?
I want to say it was last year.
Oh, it was
or the
just
year
last
before.
year? Okay.
Mm.
He just walked by to his table, but he was by himself.
By himself?
Yeah. I think he just wanted to eat dinner.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to go eat dinner.
Yeah. You been following the NCAA tournament, March Madness?
Somewhat.
Honestly, I just catch the highlights for the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
UConn just upset Duke at the buzzer. That was pretty wild. A couple of those happened. Mario Chalmers had a pretty hot take when asked about the championship versus NBA. We have a clip.
What's harder to win, a national championship in college or an NBA Finals?
I would have to say college just because it's one and done. That one and done game gets you every time. It took us 3 years to get to that. In the NBA, it's a 7-game series. Getting there is definitely the hard part, but once you get there, you got to win beaten 4 times. So you have more opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, that's a take.
Maybe it was easy for you. You played with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, right? You didn't do much, buddy.
Yeah, you didn't have to do shit.
This is what the 8th option on that team or something? Like, I don't know. The format is what makes it debatable, I guess. The one and done, any one and done tournaments, like, up for debate. It's pretty hard, right? You have to have a perfect game, but you can also get lucky. That's the whole thing about one and done.
Yeah, you could get lucky. You have to have a perfect game, right? In the NBA, there's only 30 teams. There's more teams in the NCAA, right? There's also some of the teams stay up at the top, but the NBA has historically been dominated by dynasties, right? So it might be easy
It's the same
for
thing in college,
dynastic.
though. Top tier teams are always the same. Duke, UConn.
No, but I'm making the case
Kentucky.
for the NBA being harder,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
have a grueling 82 game season, right? There's superstar. You're playing the best of the best in the world, period, right? And money, a lot of money is involved when it comes. I'm not saying it's not involved in college, but there's a lot of money involved when it comes to the NBA, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So people are spending money. They're trying to win, right?
Yeah.
So your 82 game season, you're gonna get this whole thing with like dynasties. You see Celtics run off so many championships, Lakers run off so many championships.
Yeah.
Miami did it for a little while. The Bulls did it during Michael Jordan's era, right? For the smaller market teams, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Ask the Minnesota Timberwolves of the world how easy it is to win NBA championships.
Pretty hard.
Raptors got one in our lifetime, in our franchise history,
Yeah.
right? So it's not easy for every team.
Yeah.
But it's him. He's saying as a player, it's easy to run it off. There's a lot of NBA players who don't have championships.
He was saying, like, even crazier take because he's like, the hard part's getting to the finals, not winning it.
Yeah, no, that's wild. Yeah, why don't you ask? No, well, at least one thing, ask LeBron. If LeBron won every
How many
single
finals has he been to?
Yeah, that he's been to, he would be unanimous greatest of all time.
Exactly.
Unanimous.
He's been to a lot of finals.
Yeah.
Hasn't won them all.
No, he hasn't
Right?
won them all. He's won a lot. He's the second greatest ever, right?
I don't get it because the whole argument's like a good player can have a bad game, right?
Right.
But also a mediocre player can have a lucky game.
That's true too.
Right? You're telling like that shot that UConn just hit over Duke, right? To advance. Was that luck?
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That could be luck,
That
right?
could be luck.
Or is it accuracy, skill? Like, I don't know.
It's
This guy-
also the pressure's not there, right? If you have a kid who's playing, like, yes, there's pressure, but it's not like a 38-year-old NBA vet with the ball in his hands. Game 7 NBA Finals, he feels the pressure.
Yeah.
He knows it's a legacy game, NBA championship, all of that shit, right? A 20-year-old kid in college, man, the pressure's kind of there, but you also say, I got this shit, bro. Like, I feel like that's where your mind is. Like, oh, hey, nobody
and
can
the
hold me.
talent gap's a lot less, right? You can't just overlook that.
There's a lot of one and dones. There's a lot of players who are great college players don't turn out to be great NBA players, and not a lot of players even make the NBA.
They don't even make the league,
right?
yeah.
So I get the argument because you're playing against what 68 teams in the tournament, right?
Yeah.
In the tournament alone, right?
Yeah.
In the NBA, you only have you have to beat 29 other teams.
Yeah.
That's,
and in the playoffs, there's only 4 you got to go through. But in a 7-game series, there's no debate. The better team wins. You can't just fluke 4 games. You can fluke 1 game very easily.
Yeah, you can fluke it, right? And the NBA has the best talent in the world.
Yeah.
Period. Right. The NCAA is just limited to players who are partaking in the college system, right? There's
Yeah.
people in Europe and stuff, right, that don't play.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Wemby wasn't in the NCAA.
Yeah.
If
Man,
he
if
was.
he was, the
Right, he
NCAA would get a
he would've
lot
made
harder.
Yeah, you would have made it a little bit harder for you to, you know what I mean? So like, it's not always the case. People also go to the G League and stuff, right? So
The simplest way to kill the argument, right? Like, let's assume one player gets 3 NBA championships and never wins an NCAA title. Great player, right? If he leads that team, he's an all-time great, probably Hall of Fame. That same guy has a bunch of stats, won 1 NCAA championship, never won anything in the league. Shitty career.
Yes and no. Like you're talking,
it doesn't mean anything accolades-wise.
but I think that's a difference between value versus what's difficult. You could have
True,
both,
yeah.
right? That's a little different because you have Kareem, college championship, NBA championship,
Yeah.
MJ. Like you have players that can use that talent, right? And it transcends college, and you make it to the league, and you do the same thing in the league. But it doesn't work out for everybody,
Yeah.
right? And the argument is definitely going to be there. You can even make the case. That's what I was saying with these Blue Jays banners and stuff. People talking shit, man. You have a shot at the sports. A very momentum game, especially something like baseball.
Yeah.
Very momentum. When your team's on, you got to get behind the team.
Yeah.
As a city, as a country,
sure.
or whatever, get behind them. Go.
Yeah.
Right. It's same with the college town. Right. When
Yeah,
the team's
yeah.
on, you go. Right. When they're not, they're not.
Yeah. One and done's always fun, though.
One and
Makes it
done's
fun.
always fun.
Cinderella stories and stuff.
That's what I like about baseball too. I know I keep talking about baseball because I love the Blue Jays. So does everybody else right now.
Yeah.
But when October comes, how quickly the Blue Jays postseason goes like this, it just
Yeah.
consumes anybody into baseball.
So fun,
really
though.
quickly, you're in Game 7 World Series.
Yeah.
It goes like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going right back.
We're going right back. Going right back.
So for today, I thought we can go through the pictures. So first one, only one artist catalog can stay forever. Who are you picking? So Drake, J. Cole, Jay-Z, or 50 Cent?
Should we each pick?
Can you guys
Yo,
agree
this-
on one?
I don't
All
know if
three
we
of us
can-
have to agree on one?
Okay, say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Drake.
Drake. We have to. How you gonna go You have a CN Tower in the back there. We're obviously biased, man. Like how you, but real talk, even catalog for catalog, for some reason, to me, it's between Drake and 50.
Number 2 can go. Like,
Really?
get out
J.
of
Cole?
here.
Damn. His
Yeah.
new album's so good, man.
Yeah, but
I love his
catalog
new-
wise, you can't compete with
If you're
Drake.
talking about catalog, I think it's
Jay
Jay-Z.
has a good catalog, too.
I think it's Jay and Drake.
No, 52, man. 50's got a
50's
catalog too.
too, yeah.
Yeah, 50's
I
got a
knew you
catalog,
guys
too.
would say Drake, so let's do this one without Drake and see who you would pick.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna show a different picture. Same picture.
She did.
Oh shit.
So Drake is not there
Lil
anymore.
Wayne.
Now it's Lil Wayne instead. So who
Okay.
would you pick?
Okay.
Should we do the
Lil
thing
Wayne
on
has
3
a good
again?
catalog too.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's
Honestly?
catalog is
Yeah.
good.
I listen to so much Lil Wayne.
Oh shit, this is hard.
I just know who I wouldn't want, for sure.
You
This
just
is
don't
hard.
like J. Cole. You made that clear.
The 3 of them are pretty tied for me.
Right?
Yo, they're pretty up there.
That's a hard
I-
one. That's a much harder
The
one.
thing with Jay-Z's catalog though is that as much as
It's a little bit older.
that's what I'm saying, there's a little bit of a niche audience with it, and
Yeah.
a lot
We're
of his
that
tracks.
audience, though.
We are that audience, but
That's
a
why
lot
I
of his,
picked
a lot of his tracks aren't like the ones that you hear all the time.
Don't base it on how you feel about him current day.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that. Right. I'm just saying, like, you hear 50 tracks,
Mhm.
right? Some of them are even Instagram beats and music, right? You hear.
You
and-
didn't jam to Dirt Off Your Shoulder?
Yeah, but do you think people know every single word to Dirt Off? Not people who were born in the 80s like us. I'm saying, like, people who were born in the 90s.
I don't know every
2000s.
50 Cent lyric.
Okay, I'm not saying you have to, but you think that what's Jay-Z's most popular song?
Probably Empire State of Mind. No?
Well, that doesn't count. That's
Big
like a
Pimpin'.
Yeah.
Hard Knock
But in
Life.
the club, you're saying in the club isn't more known than any Jay-Z track? I think so. I think in New York,
I don't like
Jay-Z's
to
probably
pit them
king
against
there.
each other. I like want 3 of them.
They don't
That's why
like
it's
each other,
difficult.
bro.
Because Lil Wayne too.
Lil Wayne's catalog's fire too. People always discount Lil Wayne, man.
his old growing up, I listened to so much Lil Wayne.
Yeah, even tracks
from
like Neck of the Woods.
Big
and
Timers,
shit.
Cash Money
Yeah,
Millionaires.
yeah.
Like
No,
he's
Big
been
Timers was
for
fire.
so long.
Yeah, and the J. Cole slander's real just because the big three shit, man. J. Cole's got some fire tracks, man.
But J. Cole's too much storytelling rap, the catalog. If I was stuck with
if
the
you're
one,
talking
I
about
can't do
bops
J.
and,
Cole.
like, bangers and
I
shit,
really,
yeah,
really
you can't
like
do
J.
J.
Cole
Cole.
I would
personally.
think a younger person would really want to keep J. Cole's.
I can't keep his
I
catalog.
would guess so. This kind of shows our age and shit to us.
Catalog
It's
for
between-
catalog.
Yeah, out here saying born in the 80s. Get out of here.
But I feel like, to me, out of those three, who would I keep?
I'm going.
I think you're saying 50, right?
I think
I might go Lil Wayne.
I'm
Or
saying
Wayne.
Jay-Z.
Damn.
We're all different, eh? I could be convinced
What do
for
you
Lil Wayne.
think?
I would say Lil Wayne too.
I think I'll
Low
go
key.
Lil Wayne.
I really grew up listening to him. Like he's probably why I got into like rap.
Hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So undecided.
Damn.
No, if we had
No
to
J.
pick,
Cole
okay,
love.
no J. Cole love at all, right?
He would be my number 2.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I think, I don't know. This one's hard, man.
I wish it said which one could you get rid of forever.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that, right?
Who would you get rid of forever?
Oh my God. So who are you going with? You're going with Jay?
Yeah. But like she's talking about Lil Wayne, that's how I feel about Jay.
Jay-Z, not J. Cole.
Oh, yeah. J. Cole is not Jay.
Yeah. He doesn't get Jay. That's Jay-Z. He can't just have that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. If we have to agree, I can get behind Jay-Z.
Yeah, you could get behind any one of them,
Yeah.
right?
Like
but
in
I
a
think,
sexy way.
oh my God. No, I'm going to say, I'll go with 50. I'll go with 50.
We have to
50,
agree
you
on
guys
one.
Oh, we have to agree on one? Then I'll go
We
Wayne.
all said different.
Majority rules. Me and
Jay-Z.
Andy pick Jay-Z.
You guys pick Jay-Z?
Yeah.
No, I'll go with Lil Wayne then. Fuck it. Challenge you guys.
Yay. Okay, let's switch it up a little bit. This time we'll do which actor's film catalog.
Ooh, shit.
Damn.
You can only pick one that you'd keep
I
forever.
think Leo.
It's Leo and Denzel.
And Denzel. I was going to say Denzel, but his recent movie that I watched, I didn't like it.
Oh, that one was horrible.
And it had so much, it built the build up.
Yeah, Leo's been consistent.
Forever, since Titanic.
Forever. He doesn't make bad movies.
He even made like Romeo and Juliet before Titanic. Even before that, there was something
Yeah.
else where he was really young.
Dude, he doesn't make bad movies.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He has not made a bad movie.
Yeah, Brad
He's
Pitt
iconic.
and Robert De Niro, I don't think they're in that conversation to me.
Because Brad Pitt fell off. Oh no, he was in F1 or something, right?
Yeah,
I still
he
haven't
still
seen
makes
F1.
really good movies.
I haven't seen it.
People,
He does make he's a good actor.
Yeah,
But so is
whenever
Robert
he's-
De Niro.
De Niro's political views.
yeah, the way
kind
that
of-
he's like, when, politically, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just.
De Niro's a great actor. I think he's still a good actor, but like his political views kind of just ruined that for me.
So we all agree.
I think we gotta go Leo.
I think it's Leo and Denzel. You think, what's Leo's biggest banger?
Biggest movie ever?
Wolf
Yeah.
on Wall Street.
Inception.
Wolf on Wall Street, Inception.
Inception might be the best.
Inception.
Biggest one.
Yeah.
I don't know about best, but Wolf on Wall Street, yeah.
Yeah. And then Denzel.
What was the Great Gatsby one? Was it called Great Gatsby?
Yeah,
I think so,
it's
yeah.
called Great Gatsby.
And
He has
recently
a
won
Departed.
Battle After
Denzel
Another.
has
Departed.
so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Denzel has so many good movies.
Denzel has
all the sports.
For me, it
ones.
was
That's why
just
you're not-
them
you're
two.
for-
Theater, he was so good.
The new one, yeah,
Recent, the
Gladiator,
new
he was
one,
really
yeah.
good. Equalizer,
Equalizer.
fire.
He's
Denzel's
such
really
a
good,
good
too.
actor.
Training Day, right?
The sports one.
Man on Fire.
Yeah.
Fire
Is that the
Man
one where
on
his
Fire.
son was sick?
No, that's the one where he's a security guard.
Where's the one where he hold
Yeah, that one's good
the
too.
hospital?
Is it
and he,
Deer or something? I don't know. I'm not
Deer or
sure.
something.
No,
No,
that's
no,
it.
no,
That's
no.
somebody else.
Yeah, but
I know
I don't
what
know.
you're
See,
saying.
there's some bangers for
Yeah,
Denzel,
Denzel's
man.
good ones too.
Denzel's. I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
who would you rather watch forever? Is that the question?
Yeah, you can only pick one.
I think I'm going Leo because I don't think he's ever made a bad movie. I can't think of one. And too many good ones.
I think Denzel's too iconic to not have.
Leo is too. The worst part is he's the one Oscar he has is what? Revenant?
Right, yeah.
Not even his best movie.
That bear scene's wild though.
That's probably why he got it.
I think this is a debate for the internet. To me, I'll go Denzel. You guys are going Leo?
I would go Leo.
I go Leo.
I think I'd have to go
I'd
Leo.
go Leo
Denzel
too.
versus Leo. You guys all pick Leo. I'm Denzel. All right, we'll see who the internet agrees with.
That's it.
That's all we got?
And like that, remember, we're not experts at anything like that. We're not experts at any of this stuff. We're just a couple of guys and a couple gals, I guess. It's so weird today. Talking random shit on the internet.
Gal pals.
All right, we're just a few people talking shit. We're clearly tired, man. We come here every week and we say some things, and you guys should always do your own research because no one else knows what the hell else they're talking about either. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.
Peace.